Hello, everybody. After an entire year, Hyrule Hideout is back, and we are happy to be with you together today to see some of the projects that we have made during the last year, ever since the anniversary video that if you're on YouTube, you can watch the channel that you are in right now. So this stream is gonna be divided in two parts, and I will be talking about the way. But first of all, I want everybody to introduce themselves here. You see lovely guests around me. So let's start very briefly we are going to mention name, what is like the roles in the two projects that we're going to speak about today. Oops. Anyway, if you cannot hear me, I'll write just. Okay, so back to it. So I'm gonna allow my dear partners here to introduce themselves, to their names, their socials, and also their roles that they had in the different projects. We're gonna talk today, like in this first segment, about the Halloween special and about the cosplay book. So we are going to mention our role in those two. Let's start with Ron. Ron, tell us a bit about your stuff.
My stuff. Hi, my name is Ron. I'm known as AnnieChie Cosplay. My stuff. You might know me by this stuff. My stuff. I make armor. I make 8 pieces. My most known cosplays are, of course, Phantom, Zelda, and I played the Lina Link in the Haunted Hyrule video.
Right, so let's go now to maybe to hobbies. Let's go clockwise.
Hi, I'm Hobbies, also known as Hobbies Miscellaneous. I just do cosplay stuff. I was the face deity in the Halloween special. And with the book, I just submitted stuff.
Thank you very much. Right, so let's go now to M. M, tell us about you.
Hey, I'm M or Zelda Elf90 Cosplay. My social media is Instagram, Zelda Elf90 Cosplay, and TikTok is just Zelda Elf90. And the two things that I was involved in all three of the things that we're going to talk about today. But right now, we're just going to talk about the book, which I submitted all of kind of my photos that I've taken of my different variations of chic, which I obviously am very obsessed with, like kind of everything Sheikah related. And then with the Haunted Hyrule special, I was chic and corrupted chic, which was really fun. I would not have even thought to have that version of her if we hadn't done this. So we'll talk about that more later.
Yeah, it's particularly lovely how you have so many different options, also different versions of the same card. Right, and now Yarntastic. Let us know about it.
Oh no, audio is gone.
What?
Oh.
What happened?
I think we don't have audio for
oh no
Yarn anymore.
It was working like 5 seconds ago. You know how live on streams is. Oh.
Hand speak to us, Yarn. Hand speak.
It's a great time to know sign language. Although we are, as you have maybe noticed by our accents, everybody here is from like different countries. So we have people that are in Europe, and people that are in North America and South America. So the sign languages will not do us any good because each one of our countries has a different system.
That's true.
Right. Whoops. I think to give more time to Yarntastic to fix their audio, we can then start with watching the Halloween special, because maybe some of you haven't watched it yet, and we can also remember the very good times that we had last year. So before we actually show the video, let me give you like a time frame. So the first big project that we did was the anniversary video, which happened on February the 21st of last year. And after that, we entered to Zelda Creator Con of last year. We did our stream and we received many new members, and they have ideas and they wanted to join as well on like creative projects like that anniversary video that had like 40 something cosplayers. So the Halloween special came up around like July, and then we started working like crazy because we had to write a script and we had to make a lot of effects and try a lot of new things that we hadn't tried with a simple pass the brush video that is the system of the anniversary video. And we ended publishing on the 28th of October of 2021. I think Yarntastic has audio now.
Yay!
Yay!
Can you hear me? Yes.
Yes.
I'm so sorry because I have huge issues with my mic and I'm connected with my phone and the call just dropped.
No.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
But
okay.
I'm back.
Right.
Yay!
So tell us about you.
So, I have mic issues apparently, but other than that, I'm the really weird cosplayer that uses only yarn. So all my cosplays are really weird. So here I have my Twilight Princess Link cosplay. So everything you see in my cosplay is made out of yarn, including in Epona, and the wig is also made of yarn. So I'm really weird, but that's my thing. Yeah? So in the yeah, I know I'm really weird, but anyways. So in the Halloween video, I think I don't remember how many stuff I made.
You have
I
like
think
four
I had
different characters.
Yeah, I had Shadow Link, I had Bunny Link from A Link to the Past. I also featured my awesome legs and knees and my cuckoos for I think it was Ocarina of Time. I don't remember what else I did, maybe something else. Anyways, and I also was included in Rom's book. So that's what I did last year.
Awesome. Yeah, we are gonna remember everything that we did in a second when we watch the Halloween video. I just realized that I should introduce myself as well. So I'm Yaban Cosplay. I am one of the admins of the Hyrule Hideout server, and I am the one that is most involved with the creative big projects. For the Halloween special, I did this baby, Girahim, from Skyward Sword. And also Ben Drowned from the creepypasta of Ben Drowned in Majora's Mask. I also was in the cosplay book by Ron with as much Zelda cosplay I could fit in. I have like 20 something Zelda cosplays because this is a big obsession of mine. And I tried to put as many as I could in the book. Right. So I see very quickly in the chats, I see AnnieChie there, I see Diamond, I see Sami, I see Meg, I see Hyrule Gamer, hello. I see also Fairy, the art hog. I see Tira, hello Tira. So thank you everybody for tuning in. Right. That said, then let's watch the Haunted Hyrule special. Our mics will be on, so we will be able to comment some things and give you some fun facts along the way. So let's go for that. Yeah, so one of the things that was very interesting was trying our hands with graphic design, with motion graphics, with special effects, with sound edition, and of course with recording things between people who were in completely different sides of the world. So that was very challenging to put everything together in edition. We had to be very precise. But it was great. Honestly, it was great. That's Fairy. When the video is about to be over, people in the chat who has played all the games say hi.
She's such a good Hilda. Oh my gosh.
Oh yes. And Hilda is that cursed character for us. And what I mean is that for some reason we always have so much difficulty finding a Hilda cosplayer. I think we went through 3 people who had to cancel before we got the one.
Aw.
It was a whole thing.
Ooh.
This duo is Canadian, both Hilda and
Our bunny boy.
And we have subtitles, yay!
Oh yeah. Well, here's Fairy again.
Yeah, this is the very iconic Ocarina of Time.
My baby.
Another good thing about the Halloween special is that it allowed us to cosplay obscure characters. Not a lot of people have seen Positzer cosplay, for example.
Oh yeah. Or this guy. The Poe
Oh, the
Collector.
bed! I absolutely love the Poe Collector.
Who is this again?
This is Iron Knuckle.
That's right.
Iron Knuckle from Ocarina of Time. This is actually a Colombian cosplayer called Twisted Grace Cosplay. And she did this for the World Cosplay Summit 2019. This was part of her presentation. So actually inside she's got a full Naboru cosplay. When you remove the armor, you see Naboru in full. Another obscure character, more or less, Twin Roba by AnnieChie.
So good. He does exactly what he does in the game. Oh! Get it, he?
Oh, this was such a trip.
I forgot they can't see us, so you're like dancing. I'm like, hey, one of my only props that actually survived. Oh. That makeup took forever. Ari.
There are some really complex makeup works here.
Ninja vanish.
So this was one of the things that I was really happy to be able to contact Hero of Time. He's also a Rabio, but having this particular hero shade was very gratifying because I have followed Hero of Time and his hero shade for a while. And this Makara Assassin with Jetta is like the best thing ever. I absolutely adore this cosplay. truly rare cosplay. You don't see this character cosplay almost ever.
So good. Ooh, so scary. Oh yeah.
Ah, yay! Falafel cosplay and Savarik, absolutely iconic Ganon version. Very happy to come with both of them.
Oh my god.
First got in contact with them during the anniversary video, and it was very gratifying to be able to work with them again for the Halloween special. And this absolutely rare, unique cosplay, the Hornet statue from Breath of the Wild. Probably Diamond is the only person who has this cosplay in the world.
Probably, yeah.
I'm back.
Sami giving it absolutely all with the special, like practical effects.
Oh yes. Ooh. And Dr. Steggy.
Steggy, the most royal of the royal Zelda.
Yeah. Oh, so good. The original corrupted Link, I think. Anyway, I don't know.
I do think it's the original. At least for TikTok, like Zelda Talk, the first person to do corrupted versions was Sami. And
Yeah.
that was actually one of the origins of the Halloween special.
Hey.
We here catching rare cosplays like shiny Pokemons. You see the Kaba sister, another cosplay that you almost never see. That's by Chell. Chell.creates.
A legend.
And Ron, look at you.
Hey!
Run, it's you.
Ron!
I love
Yeah.
this. Get that
The
out of
cool
there.
sister is so shocked. It's like, oh. Whoop. Ah, this is so creepy.
Yeah, I love it.
One.
Hey! Yeah, get him!
Age of Calamity.
That's my hubby, guys.
And Kelly's my platonic love. That's item. You also don't see too many Master Koga cosplays.
Yep, I've never. Whoa. Edo. How creepy.
We lost Sidon. No.
Hey, it's
That's me
Ron
again.
again.
Come.
And this is when you know that working with very specific people is worth. These are the lovely rats of Run who were very nice and joined the video.
Yeah. The famous rat. Oh, that little smirk.
Yep.
There's something really chilling about the corrupted body.
Daddy. Yeah.
Oh, look at you,
My
young.
wig.
So good.
Oh, that wig's just amazing.
It is.
It took me 2 months to
Hi.
make that wig.
Oh my gosh.
It shows.
It's ridiculously huge, and the hat is also almost as tall as me. It's really crazy.
I think we assessed that Kelly, who is Sidon's cosplayer, will fit completely inside that hat.
Yeah.
Nice word skills, Yarntastic.
Thank you.
Oh, this is iconic.
Oh my gosh, that sword too.
What?
Just tingle bean tingle.
You feel the tingles.
Oh no. Rookie
My
mistake.
legs!
Don't mess with the cuckoos.
No.
Tingle nose. Go, 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 go.
I really love his costume.
Oh yeah. Also, the special effects of these were made by Tim, but he composed the whole shot for the Happy Mask Collector. Yeet.
Go get
Hi,
Hobbies.
Hobbies!
Fight.
Oh my goodness. Ah.
Oh god. Oh, this is like one of the best bits.
Ugh.
I love
Hello, that's
so
me.
much.
So creepy.
The sound here, I kind of regret it because it's a bit shocking. Right. So
It gets
that,
the point across.
yeah, I think so. That's the Haunted Carol special. You can watch it anytime you want in our YouTube channel because it's there and by itself. If you want also to pause to check all the links and follow all these people who are incredibly talented and we're very thankful that they were able to join, go for it. They always have something really great to show, and yeah, again, it has been many months. This was October, and we're like super thankful. Yay!
Oh yeah.
We're going for a little break, and then no, I think everything is fine, right? Yeah, everything is fine. Yay! So I don't know, guys, what do you want to comment in regards of the Haunted Hyrule special before we show a little extra new thing that we have prepared directly for premiering here in Zelda Creator Con?
Ooh. I don't know. There's a lot.
Yeah, like I remember that the scripting process was a whole thing on its own because like many people had not enough notion of what could be achieved because it was very daunting to say, okay, you in Sweden are gonna record this part and you in Florida are gonna record this other part, and they have to find. So for example, some of the things that you found or like you got or that you learned to do, I remember, for example, you didn't have a black background. So what did
That's
you
right.
do with Michael?
I at the time I just had a kind of gray, like a dark gray blanket that was like a huge one that we got from Costco. So we put that back on my husband's backdrop that he uses for cons. And it worked. It was weird texture, but it was better than nothing.
It had a lot of diamonds, I remember, which are the bane of my existence, as you can see for this color.
Yes. The
I have
diamonds
issues
of
with diamonds.
doom.
I have been traumatized. And we have a member that we are going to meet later who is called Diamond.
Hey.
That's unnerving. Other interesting thing was shooting in public spaces. So, for example, Yarntastic had to go to the park to record the cuckoo. Did anyone comment anything to you?
Oh yeah, I actually had to record the cuckoo part 2 times because the first time the angle wasn't right or something like that. And every time, I think the second time it was the most hilarious version because I tried to find like a little quiet spot in the park, not being seen by anyone, but still there was like a bunch of kids that were stalking me. After that, there were an elderly couple that was walking because I was kind of close to a trail. So there was like an elderly couple that walked by the trail and they saw me and they were like, kids these days. I was like, oh no. So that was the second time. The first time I was also attacked by squirrels. So it was very epic to record the cuckoo parts.
I think I hadn't heard about the squirrels.
Oh my god.
Well,
Skeggy says, oh, what?
I was kind of attacked by a child. And this was entirely my fault because I just kind of ran out of time. And like 1 week before the premiere of the special, I had the SOFA Con. SOFA is the biggest convention in Colombia, my country. So I only had time to record during SOFA. So this is like events venue that is used for like all kind of fairs and things like that in Bogota. And I just kind of asked a friend, hey, can you record me like dancing real quick? And my friend like, yeah, sure. So I tried to go to a kind of private place, but this convention has 250,000 visitors in a weekend. So you can't imagine how full it was. So we go there and there is like 50 people just walking around me. I'm like, and everybody was like, what? Everybody's in cosplay, so it should be okay, but just like dancing is very strange, and like get a him stung and things like that. So when I was finishing recording, a child, like a 4-year-old child, just kind of ran next to me, and I almost collided with him because it's a public space, and the child was playing or something. But I don't know why this child saw me like and decided it was a great idea to just kind of bump into me. It was very strange. And there was a whole group of people doing a group photo shoot in front of me. So at some point, the photographer told them like, hey, look in that direction. And in that direction, it was me again, like, that was a whole thing. Anyway, I think now that I brought the child into question, let's then watch this little thing that we have for everybody as a premiere in Zelda Creator Con. And this is the bloopers reel of the Haunted Hyrule special. So let's watch that.
Yay!
I love how everybody in the chat is like, oh, children.
Oh, children.
What a pain. You see? Yeah.
Oh my.
Honey, you gotta check that makeup.
You just gotta make sure your teeth don't have anything in them. Especially when you're wearing red lipstick.
Yeah. Tingle no.
Oh gosh.
Right, so we have
Come on,
3
little
rats.
rats.
Rat number 1.
Rat number 2.
Oh, they're so cute.
Mr.
And
Nobody.
rat number 3.
Snout.
Come see.
Nope.
He's comfy in here.
Okay, you ready? Oh boy.
Okay.
You gotta laugh at
okay.
yourself. You
All right.
really do.
Right. Oh my goodness. Are you? Compose yourself.
She can't get over herself. I love it.
You can hear that's my friend recording, laughing because he was about to lose it completely. Watching it.
Oh, the tongue. Oh my
Sami
God.
having bad luck. Oh my god.
Spider?
It was a spider.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was the
spider.
spider. That's right. I would have lost my shit.
It depends on the size of the spider.
It doesn't matter for me.
The child. Oh god, the kid. This actually first had the cover by Children of Bottom of
Nice.
Oops, I Did It Again by Britney Spears, but YouTube
Nice.
said no.
Aw, man.
You should shake a little bit more.
Ah! I love it.
Yeah, one of the things that I really enjoy is to seeing people getting into character and then back out, and then again into character and then back out. It's so funny.
Nice. Woo! She did it! Yay! I wonder how hard it is to stand up in that thing.
Well, that
You can use your hands to get up. So.
probably, but it's still very bulky. And there you go. That's our beautiful cover by Chell. So Chell made the cosplay of her sister, and also edited everything like the eyes and whatnot. And then I added a lot of smoke in like 5 minutes because I do remember I forgot that you're supposed to create a thumbnail for video that you're gonna upload. So we had the premiere like literally in 20 minutes or something like that for the Haunted Hyrule special. And it was processing, it was about to get done. And suddenly I kind of scroll to check that everything is all right. And I see like, add your thumbnail. And I was like, oh no. So I just kind of took Chell's already beautiful work and created a thumbnail in a matter of 5 minutes.
It works, and we appreciate you for it.
Master of improvisation. Right, so those are the bloopers. We do have more bits of funny videos, but this was about to get as long as the Christmas video that we're going to talk about in the second part. So I decided not to. But it kind of puts into evidence how big the Haunted Hyrule special was as a project. Because really, I don't think we ever did something that huge in terms of how long the process takes and how much detail you have to put in every part of the process. Because as Yarntastic mentioned before, sometimes we had to ask people to reshot. And we had to make additions, we had to ask for additional shots as well. And many people have multiple roles. Or have to manage things that are very unexpected, like the case with Ron, who had the Phantom, the Lionel, and the rats. Lovely rats again. I really love the rats. We sometimes
The thing is like
we get updated.
the rats are not that easy to direct. It's like the mask was so interesting. They didn't really want to leave it anyway. Like even with stress, like, oh no, but this is warm, this is cozy, we don't want to get out.
Yes.
You know. So
I mean, I
bit of
can't
luck there.
blame them. I don't know how easy it is to breathe inside your Lionel mask. But it's really close. The answer is you do not breathe, right?
You don't. You die in the liner mask.
Oh.
That's what you do.
Oh.
I
Wonderful.
also remember, like in terms of resources, many people were finishing their costumes for the special. So that's my case with Gerahim. And some wanted upgrades, and at the end it couldn't happen. I think Hobbies, you wanted the white mesh lenses. Something happened with them. I don't remember quite right.
I think it's not that I don't know if I can wear contact lenses. Well, like I didn't know at that point, and I still don't know now. So I think that was the issue. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was the whole thing. And fortunately, Chell, who is the Kubo sister, remember, she wanted to edit her eyes in her segment. So I was like, well, now that you have some practice with that, would you be so kind to also edit the first deity eyes? And she was like, yeah, sure. She's really
Awesome.
fast. She's got a Patreon. If anyone wants to learn how to do that kind of stuff, she has a Patreon in which she uploads tutorials on photo and video edition, among other things. It's very interesting. And speaking about patrons and things that people sell, if you want to be able to do stuff like this, and like that beautiful mask that Em is showing right there, your person is Run. Also, look at that phantom Ganon over there. Run, sending her work all across the world. So Run, tell us about your patterns and your books.
My books, commercials. Can we show the commercial number 1? Yeah, these are my books. So I wrote a couple of books. 2 books are called like Prop of the Wild. So there's volume 1 and 2. Basically, the explanations and content is the same in 1 of 2. It's just like the collection of templates for weapons that are different. And I also made this book called Review of Lorule. I should have taken my review head, but it doesn't matter. So basically, in that book, I explain how to make the head, the belt, the bracelet with foam. And then there's also like this tutorial to make the robe. And so it's, I know someone who used it.
Yes, Annie.
AnnieChie.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
maybe
Annie.
AnnieChie, if you are hearing us and you have the chance to have the your Rabio head around in the next segment, we can show it. Because yeah, Annie is coming in the next segment. Ooh. Anyway. Yeah, I think this Rabio was a whole thing because we also always struggle with A Link Between World cosplays for some reason. So we were struggling for Hilda, and we also were struggling for Rabio. At the beginning, AnnieChie wanted to do him, but she ran out of time. So at the end, we found Hero of Time, who made Rabio. But after that, it was like this running joke of Rabio and the bunny and whatnot. And one day Ron was like, you know what, let's do Rabio. And this book is the result. And after that, AnnieChie finally made her Rabio, and like there were like 2 more people wanted to do Rabio.
Yarntastic did a Rabio.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Many Rabios.
So this was like Rabio invasion suddenly on the server.
To the point we got the Rabio emoji. We didn't have a Rabio emoji, and we got one. We do have a lot
I
of.
did a hipster version of Ravio too.
Oh yes, that's also true, and with a beautiful
At the
big wig
same
as well.
time, yeah, with the big wig too.
Yeah, so many Rabios. That was very like kind of unprompted, but it was very cool, like having a lot of purple bunnies around. Right, and there is another thing that is interesting. You have seen Props of the Wild, very beautiful and whatnot. However, you see in the left side that we have Phantom Zelda, also called the Phantom Armor from Breath of the Wild, and you can see the helmet that in Ron's camera right there. So that is not available for like downloading as a pattern or as a tutorial book. And I think that has to do with Ron making some really, really challenging stuff for competitions and for her personal like fulfillment. And you have another cosplay on the works. Oh, well, no, it's finished already.
Oh, no, it's finished. It's like it was starting kind of when we were doing the book. But then I really wanted to be done with the book before getting serious on that one. Can you show Zant?
Let's go.
Ah, Stompy Boy.
So
Yeah,
that's
I made Zant.
Zant from Twilight Princess. Again, you can see the helmet. That is something that only Ron manages to make, honestly. And we're very happy to have Ron in the server because every time we wonder if something is possible to make with EVA foam, Ron show us that yes, it is possible. It doesn't matter what it is. And it's the case with Yarntastic as well. Every time we say like, this is impossible to do with yarn, and Yarntastic say like, hold my needles.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, there is Epona.
I'm going to do it. Yeah, sometimes I do stuff. I'm like, how did it work? How did I manage to do that? I'm like, sometimes I blow my mind. So it's really great.
Blow my own mind. Yeah, no, honestly, it's really impressive. It's really impressive. When I first saw you, it was because of this Epona. And
yeah, it was in the Facebook group of Zelda cosplayers. You were looking for a Twilight Princess Link, and I was like, hey, I have Link and Epona.
I was like, I'm sold. So we got Yarntastic in the anniversary video right there and then, no hesitation. Anyway, the anniversary video, and normally all our videos, is not like a casting. We are not asking people to have like competition experience or publications or anything. Cosplayers of every kind of background can get into our projects. So it's more of a matter of first come, first served. And in the case of Twilight Link during the anniversary video, that was actually a bit awkward because it was the only character that was actually contested. It was the only character that, like, at first I didn't have any. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna like ask for him very publicly. And suddenly I have like 5 options. And the first one was Yarntastic, and also Epona is a big clue. So I said like, but yeah, it was like the other 4 people, and they were asking like, are you gonna do a casting or a like interview or something like that? And I was like, no, this is not a contest. We do not do contests. We don't want to say that we are like judges that say what cosplay is valid and what is not. You see in the Halloween special, although maybe it's even more evident in the anniversary video, that we have a quite a diversity in all areas like gender and age and techniques and level of skill and experience and everything. So yeah, that was a whole thing. But besides Twilight Princess Link, we haven't had that issue. We have been very lucky that we have found actually all the characters that we wanted, except for Hilda and Rabio, who have been a bit of a trouble. But finally, we got it with Nafuri and with the mini Rabio that we have now.
No, we don't have that problem anymore. We have plenty Rabios. But we could have plenty more with Ron's book. We could have a whole army of Rabios.
Oh, that would be great. Imagine like having like 6 Rabios at the same con. Again, we're from around the world, so we are soon gonna be talking about the book, and in that you will see one of our members who is from Japan as well. But yeah, we have people all around the world. So sometimes it's like, oh, I so want to meet you, but I'm in Colombia, or I'm in Sweden, or I'm in Japan. But we do have a bit of a bigger community in the United States and in Canada. So that's a bit like most of our demographic. And we have some people sparkle there in the United Kingdom with Hobbies, although I don't think you have been able to meet yet because pandemic and whatnot. Right. So I think we can start talking about the book now. So a little introduction to what the book is. There are many publications, magazines that collect photos of cosplayers in specific countries, like for example Canada, or from around the world. One of these that is very popular is the Cosplay Realm magazine. On August last year, the theme they had was Nintendo. Nintendo or video games? No, Nintendo. It was Nintendo, and a lot of people from our server decided to try to give it a shot to see if we were published, and a lot of us actually were published. And we kind of talked about how the magazine came out and what people couldn't get featured, and what other like volumes of this magazine we will try to join. Plus the fact that AnnieChie, she may talk about that a bit later, she proposed that we wrote an article of the anniversary video for the magazine, and it was published. So I said like, well, that's very cool. But of course, we cannot just own the magazine to talk about all of the things that we want to do. And then Ron said like, hold on a minute. I know how to do this really well. So why don't we just make our own book? And I said, lovely. And that's like the beginning of it. I think we decided to start working on it about right after the Hyrule special, maybe, Ron?
Yeah, we talked about it before, but then the Hyrule special, so the Haunted special came into the project. So then we decided like, okay, let's do it right after the video.
Right, yeah. So we first thought about Christmas, but then we got a video project for Christmas. So at the end of the day, we decided to get it for 2022. And we ended posting it, putting it available for download. In a second, I will go and look for the link and put it on the chat so you can download it if you don't have it. On the anniversary of Zelda, so on the 21st of February, it became available. So let's show the book and talk a bit about it. So as I have mentioned before, the main person, like the hard work of putting everything together and design the book, so all the photos look great, is Ron. Thank you, Ron.
Yay, Ron.
And it has,
You're welcome.
It's mostly, of course, focused on Zelda, although it also has a section of cosplays that are from other sources. So let's check some pages and let's talk about this. Right, so very to the point, the Triforce has always been our personal symbol. Of course, it's the personal symbol of every Zelda group and community over the world, but we don't care. It's important for us. We actually currently in the server have a full collection of Triforces with the Pride flags for Pride Month. Right, so let's check next pages. You see our lovely table of content that you're not gonna try to read because this is a stream. Let's go continue. My foreword that I struggled to write, but it was worth it. If you want to kind of have a peek on the like very early origins of the Hyrule Hideout, this forward will give you some hints. We are in fact not like a fully original server. We are the survivors of a previous server. So there's that. But anyway, let's continue. And here, so Ron, take this chance to tell us about this photo shoot that I understand was your first pro photo shoot and how it felt to include it in the book.
It was evident for me that this had to be included because that's the best cosplay picture I actually have. So yeah, Phantom, of course. I was a bit sad that I could not make sound before I finished the book, but it will be next one.
Always the promise of a next one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, they definitely need a really cool photo shoot of back online. Very cool photo shoot of Sans because it looks so cool. All right, let's see next pages. We have there the Lionel,
Hey.
also known as the rat's favorite place.
Rat nest.
The rat nest.
With little, you know how when you wake up with your hair very crazy, it's also called a rat nest. I think.
Oh yeah.
I don't remember if there is more other masks. I don't know if we can see.
Yeah, I think I have my Ravio in there as well.
Yeah, Ravio, and I don't think if you have the book Goblin and the Moblin masks, the Lizalfos.
The book is there, I think. Can we see the next pages?
Yeah, I think we're having maybe there you go. Lonely in the cliff. But this photo is really, really lovely. Let's see next pages, please. There you go.
It's more Phantom.
Oh, so beautiful.
I mean, it's so good. What is the name of this photographer again?
Christian Stolz.
There you go.
Here
anyway,
from Sweden.
At the end of the book, you will find the credits of all the photos with all the photographers. That was one thing that we decided to do differently from the references of Cosplay Real Magazine, for example, to just put all the credits at the end for people who are interested, so the letters didn't get in the way of the images. Let's see what else.
Yeah, mostly it's like I wanted to keep this book very clean, like no text on images, no thanks, no putting text on people's dresses. So
like
I was like,
some
okay, if
magazines.
we include like all the credits right on the pictures, that's gonna be messy. So I put all the credits at the end of the book. That's why.
Let's see more pages.
There you have like a bit of collection of
Hey.
Ravio and Boko.
Yay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can see this, every section of the book, like every participant of the book, had the opportunity to write about their own personal interests, the things that they excel at, what is like, what they like about cosplay, how this relates to Zelda as well. So you will find, and I think it's visually evident as well, that Ron's specialty is EVA foam and these kind of 3D figures that otherwise will be impossible to achieve. Right, I think after this, it may be Art of the Wild or...
No, it's me. It's me still. You see, it's me.
I mean, you had the right because you made the book. So you could have 20 pages. Nobody would say anything. Let's go. Let's continue.
And next is AnnieChie. And I mean, she was the first to send her pictures, and I was like blown away because the pictures are gorgeous. I was like, oof. I hope everyone sends something like this because it's gonna be so fun.
Fun and easy to put there because you don't have to fight with resolution or dark images or anything. Yeah, so as you can see here in this first page, we have a bit of a bio with age, location, and so on. And then the write-up. So each person wrote their own information. You can feel a bit of the person's own voice in their texts. So AnnieChie, you will find her in the next segment, so she may be able to talk at length about her career, but it's a very famous person, I will say, in the cosplay, in the Zelda cosplay community, because the work is absolutely outstanding, and she has a lot of very interesting characters and takes that are also not too common. For example, that original Zelda, so that is not a Zelda 2 cosplay, it's an original Zelda design that you can see in the full page. Let's continue watching some of Annie's pictures. There you see a review with Ron's helpful book. So yeah, it's like absolutely lovely, and I really enjoyed to see how the photos were organized by Ron, because yeah, we kind of just looked at all our pictures, choose the best, send it to Ron, and said good luck, and Ron did a splendid job putting them together. Let's continue. I think we can just slowly go every few seconds, change pages, so we go through everybody. M was very kind to share the link in the chats, but we are going to be sharing it again. So people who didn't see is able to download it again. And yeah, we will make it available. We'll spam it again, so everybody is able to get their
It's
copy.
free.
Completely free.
It's free. That's right. Totally
Um,
free.
You don't have to worry about any coffee, PayPal, anything like that. It's completely free. This is also a very nice way of having a catalog of the work so far, and kind of looking back at cosplays that were made many years ago. This is the case of Twin Roba. I think Twin Roba is like 5 years old. Annie will be able to say better. But Annie had to revamp it for the Haunted Hyrule special, and then the cosplay died. That was the end of it. But it was nice to kind of rescue it. This is art of the Wild Money Cat, our beautiful member from Japan. Absolutely fantastic photos of a variety of Zeldas and very nice special effects as well. So all these additions that you see with the Bow of Light, for example, are made by her. And I love how it looks like the official art in Traveler Zelda. Very nice. So there is always little digital details on Moni's pictures that make them very beautiful. I think Moni was because we are in Zelda Creator Con. Moni had a panel this morning, I think, at 8 a.m. in our time. More. When will Breath of the Wild 2 come? Look at that. That's what we could have. That's what we could have. Nintendo, please. This is
Nintendo,
Shell.
please.
So Shell, remember, is the Kubo's sister and the person who made the beautiful after special effects in the Haunted Hyrule special. And that's Molly, the bird, in the left side. Beautiful Molly, very lovely. And the four of them are all Shell.
Yes.
So one of the things that we adore about is how excellent the editing is. There is a level of care in the composition of the images in Shell's work that is just mind-blowing. Also weird, not weird, rare characters. Shell has a knack for uncommon characters like Fado that you see in the previous page, or this Buddy. You don't see Buddy too frequently in this version.
Oh, that is amazing. Oh, Little Diamond. I
Hey,
love
the
this
rarest
that you.
characters known to man.
Mhm.
So yeah, if you have played Breath of the Wild, you may recognize these two, which are the Hornet statue and Malania, the horse god. I think I met Diamond because of Malania. They just kind of popped in my TikTok, and it was like,
Gotta have them.
Dr. Steggy.
excellent work by Dr. Steggy. Dr. Steggy has been a member of the Discord for a good while now, and we're always happy to see her, even when sometimes it's a responsible person who works. Sometimes it's not as easy, but absolutely fantastic work, and I love that Royal Zelda so damn much.
Yes. Gorgeous.
Yeah, absolutely. The name of the cosmaker is escaping my mind right now, but Steggy is always kind to leave credits. So what Steggy does really nice is props. So you can see all those props are made by Steggy. In particular the bow just blew my mind. I think she won a competition with it as
Wow.
well.
Hello.
My platonic love.
She had very few pictures from Legend of Zelda, but she also has amazing pictures at the end of the book with her other cosplays.
Additional work from older media. So that's another thing that we thought it was important, because maybe you like if you want to join the server and you like this kind of, oh well, before that, Hobbies, look at you. You edited one of your own photos, right? So these are like from your family and you edit yourself, I think.
Yeah. My dad does photography as a hobby, and so it's kind of like a mutual benefit for the two of us. Like, he gets to take pictures, and then I get pretty pictures of my cosplays.
It's honestly fantastic work. I really like the photos of the Fierce Deity. It's not a mystery to anybody that Fierce Deity is like my favorite character Zelda of all time. But I absolutely adore your version. I think it looks fantastic, and the editions that you did for the book are really great. So I'm very glad that you were able to participate in the book. This is Makara Assassin again, another person who likes rare, peculiar Zelda characters that are not as well known, like Yeta. Love.
Yeah.
Look at that face, it's so cute. But anyway, as I was saying, yeah, if you want to join the server, but you are like, oh, I don't have as much Zelda production, I'm gonna be out of place. Do not worry at all. We do have content of many other video games, shows, and just other things. Like we are more diverse than just Zelda. So yeah, you can just join. Don't worry. Mifa. Yeah, I remember Mifa got most, if not all, the pictures that are in this book, like in the month before the book was made. Like all of these photos are like from November and December, which was very lucky because this is beautiful work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, kindly reminded by M that the person who made Royal Zelda for Steggy is called Amazon Mandy. Right. Other nice thing about this book is that you learn who is in your area and what characters they have, so you eventually can plan group shots.
Sami!
Sami,
We love you,
very
Sami.
famous for their Skullkid. However, they do have other splendid job, like this Royal Zelda that they made in like 3 weeks.
All by themselves. Incredible.
Yeah, so Sami's specialty is just kind of work too fast to be human.
That's true.
It's honestly insane. I think that the pattern of the trident is by run, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
And
Yes.
and it was done in a matter of like 3 or 4 days. It was very crazy. And that Rodal Link is money.
Oh yeah,
Um,
Manny.
And that's me. Yay!
Yeah.
You.
Oh
Yes.
gosh. Your Mifa is so graceful. Sorry for the pun.
I thought about putting on Mifa today, but say no, Girahim has not seen the light in months. So one of my most recent photos. Some of them are very old. So you see that joke of a Zelda Girahim in the bottom. That's a very old thing, and that's probably one of favorites of my audience. They are always like, Zelda Girahim, that's so messed up, mate.
So good. We love to see it.
It was a lot of fun to make her. And that what like that joke what was prompted me to cosplay Skyward Sword Zelda. By principle I adore Zelda as an external character. I do not feel compelled to cosplay her, although I adore her. But Sky Zelda was the exception, and it was mostly because of the joke of Zelda Girahim. As you can see, the character that I do enjoy cosplaying the most is Link. I have many versions of him. Currently not working in any though. I was revamping Barbarian, but it has been months. Anyway, Yarntastic.
It's me.
It's made with yarn, and it's fantastic. Look
Thank
at
you.
everything is made with yarn. There you go. That's the review. You can see a
Yes.
review.
Yes. My hipster review or hero review. My weird version of review.
The
With the
cuckoos.
So that was actually one of my first cosplays I've made. This version of Link. It's so old.
So good. That's me.
It's you.
The
My
chic
favorite.
specialist.
My favorite ninja princess.
Those photos were also taken in the context of the book or close to the book, isn't it?
Yeah. Submitting to Cosplay Realm. These are by Dimensional Images. You can find him on Instagram. He did all of these. This was like right next to my house in a field and a little like tunnel underneath a highway or something. And there's my corrupted Sheik and my witch Sheik, which actually the hat I've got down here, which is by Euphoria Cosplay.
So great. Look at that.
So
Beautiful.
fun. Oh, and then yeah, the Christmas Sheik with my little
mini chic as
my
well.
little mini girl. Bye,
We are going to
Sammy.
talk about those plushies in the next segment. You're going to see.
Plushies.
This is the section in which we show that for real, we do have activity outside of Zelda. So outside of the realm, outside of Zelda games, we also made a little showcase of cosplays from other sources. So you have, for example, here, Danganronpa Undertale by Chell. These photo editions, again, are made by Chell, and you can access tutorials and whatnot in her Patreon. This is Lua. So Lua, for example, you notice that she doesn't have a section in the Zelda area. That's because Lua's activity is mostly in other games. And what mentioned Ron before, fantastic work. Other sources, the Sultan from Aladdin is still one of my favorites. Peach from Voltron as well. And Yugi, which is like their flag character, one of the characters that they have really put a lot of attention and have made these weeks multiple times. You can see the specialty of Edo are weeks, very, very impressive weeks. Mifa. So this is, I think it's a Dungeons and Dragons original character. I am
Oh,
on the conclusion, I don't quite remember. But absolutely regal hobbies with Lelouch.
hey.
Absolutely fantastic anime. If someone has not watched Corgis, recommended. And that's me with my mythological crazy beasts. That's my specialty. I just like mythological and folkloric sources. So as you can see, we have gods and mythological creatures. In the right, I'm literally Satan. Sorry for the Devilman Crybaby spoiler. So yes, always demons, gods, things like that. Sami actually got copies of the manga of this character because of their cosplay. So that was great. And the photo credits. So again, as we promised, all the credits are there, all the photographers, all like photo by photo, all the information is there. So if you download the book, you will be able to browse at your own pace and check and follow the work of the photographers or cosplayers that you like it the most. Please support everybody. Everybody is really talented. We are really, really proud of this book. And again, I take the chance to thank Ron for this work because it's really like a testament of all the good things that we have been able to do in regards to cosplay in the server. And it's kind of like a gift to us and to like all the marvelous things that we have done together. So
Yeah.
yay!
Heart.
Lovely, exactly.
I love you guys.
We love you.
Let's share again real quick the link in the chat. So here on the also here.
Oh yeah. Fairy actually reminded me that I had problems with my white mesh contacts for the Hunted Hyrule video. I had right as they were fresh, brand new. I bought them, brought them home, put one in, and immediately ripped the other one. So I had to get creative with how I did that because like I was like, I still want to use these. So what I did is I made the one with the white eye a little bit more intense with the makeup, like it was still corrupting me or something like that. So it ended up working, but thanks for reminding me for that, Fairy.
Yeah, I do remember now, and it's a thing of like in the last moment, if something goes wrong, it's just like okay, so I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna just paste it here, or I'm gonna hold half my week with little pins like I am doing now because half this week decided to die 1 minute before the stream today, so it's holding, I don't know how. But
That's great.
yeah, it's okay. It's
It
like
works.
the same thing. Like, oh, do you have the full? Because I saw something. Oh, you are in full. Get a him. No, I don't have.
I got.
You can see my blue. You could see my blue socks that have nothing to do with the rest of the costume because I didn't
I'm
even
also
finish.
wearing my Psyduck shorts.
I didn't finish it. Like this get a him is lacking the boots. I never made the boots. So what you see in the Haunted Hyrule special is just some black boots. But if you actually go on and check the character, he's got white boots. And at some point I was just like, yeah. The same with this. Like I never attached the
yeah.
the hands, and I never closed it as well. You can see this because I just didn't have the spirit to make it touch friendly for the cell phone, and it was like because this is a full a onesie, so this goes the whole way down. So I couldn't use my cell phone if I wasn't able to free my hand. So I decided to just leave it here. And yes, it's not the cleanest thing you have ever seen. Yeah, but I can use my cell phone, so suck it.
It's all good.
Yeah, I think we all have little cheats with our costumes sometimes.
Yes.
And we always think about one costume and say, dude, I have to fix that thing. It can be a button, it can be like whatever, but every cosplay that I can think of is like, I should fix that. I should replace the tape or the hot glue for actual contact cement or like sewing or something. Unless you are Ori. Ori, the person who made Ganondorf, that cosplay is entirely made of hot glue. And Ori
Glugan
is
Master.
proud of this, and they should be proud of this because it's impressive to keep all together with hot glue. That was a whole feat on their own. But it's that Ori didn't have too much time. I think they had to finish the armor in a matter of like 3 or 4 days because they had like an impromptu trip or something like that. Everybody has their own. I had a problem during this story. And it's kind of it's part of the journey, it's part of the fun, but it's also part of the reason we really don't have an ongoing project at the moment. So we have ideas, yes, but we are not currently working in the production of anything. It's also something that has to do with the reactivation of everything after the pandemic kind of. I mean, it's not gone, but it's a bit more manageable now. So a lot of people have returned to work and returned to occupations and things like that. And it hasn't been possible to think too much about new projects. However, we do want to keep on creating and maybe expand beyond cosplay or doing things that are not strictly cosplay. Mini banks, for example, between fanfic writers and artists, things like that, more streams. At some point someone mentioned a podcast, I remember. Why
last
don't we
year.
do a podcast? Yeah. No, I mentioned that I mean, if you don't stop me, I will talk forever, which allows you to make a podcast out of what I say. But that doesn't mean that I want to make a podcast. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. As Josh may attest. Who is Josh? Is the lovely person who is in charge of the technical aspects of this stream. Thank you very much, Josh.
A wonderful producer. Thank you, Josh.
Right. So we are 8 minutes. We have 8 minutes before we have to move to the next round of participants. So I am
Do we have time for commercials?
Yes, that's exactly. So I was going to say that each one of you can take a couple minutes for your commercial final words, insulting the audience or whatever you want to do. So let's start with Ron. Don't insult the audience.
Commercials! Can you show commercial number 2, Josh, please?
Oh,
Purses!
Purses. These
I
are
totally
made
don't want the
with-
Sheikah one.
as well.
I make purses. So this is what they came out in January. I still have few available. And now, because it's the con, it's a party, the 3 first person buying a purse from me get a free book of mine, of your choice. 3%. So just if you want to order, just order. I will contact you. If I don't contact you, it's like it's already done. You're not 1, 2, 3. You're maybe 4 or 5. Sorry. But yeah, like the 3 first one ordering this week, I guess, get the free book.
That's great. Yeah, you heard the offer. And
Buy my purses.
the best purses. This stream is gonna
Buy
be
my
placed in our
purses.
YouTube channel. So people who didn't catch it right now but catch it later, just try your luck again. You never know, maybe you will get one of the books. Lovely.
It's possible.
Right. Yes,
It's
now let's
possible.
go with M to the other side. So M,
Oh,
I know you do stuff like D&D. You stream.
yes, yeah,
Michael
no.
Browse, tell us about it.
Yeah, so I guess recently we found out that a lot of us on the server are very into D&D. The producer of this plays a lot and like GMs and DMs, like 3 different games too. And I would love to run a Zelda one shot and other Zelda things, and there's been other people that have been really interested in that too. So we have a very poorly used Dungeons and Dragons channel on our Discord that we would love to make a little bit more active. But yeah, I stream with Albert in on Twitch on Saturday nights. We are doing a Nightbane campaign right now. Actually, in a little bit here, in like a couple hours, they are going to be doing Dungeons and Dragons stream. If you want to tune into them, it's Albert in at Twitch on Twitch, and they are a wonderful group. We love all of their shows. I definitely recommend checking them out. We sometimes guest with them, me and Michael do. And I will periodically cosplay on the channel too when I'm doing stuff. That's fun. Yeah, just be looking out on my social media for upcoming costumes. I have an Anka cosplay in the works, so that's fun.
You're from Animal Crossing. You know, I have thought about doing a cosplay for Animal Crossing. I have thought about Blathers, the owl of the museum, because he's so cute. I haven't gotten around to it. I should get serious. I am currently kind of like a cosplay break because I have like a serious tendinitis, or however you pronounce it, in my right arm. And also I'm just like done with life. I'm very busy because and this is my little spot, although may not be the relevant audience given that we are speaking English. But I am a translator for Bilibili Comics, and we recently launched our app. So that is what has been taking all my time. All the comics that I translate in Spanish are available in English. So if you like comics in general, you can go for free to the Bilibili Comics app or website to read. And I have some good recommendations. There is crazy good material there at Bilibili Comics. Anyway, Hobbies, do you want to promote something, your social media? Give a shout out.
Well, I suppose it'd be my sort of like my current project, the Breath of the Wild Knight's Armor I've been working on recently. It's just sitting in the corner of my room right now.
Nice. It's looking great.
Yeah, I'm quite pleased with it. I finally managed to get my hands on some more foam clay, so all the fine foam clay details for it are done, and I'm very happy. I just have got just a bit more sewing left, and then we'll be entering sanding and priming hell. But that's really it.
Excellent. Yeah. And Yarntastic, do you have anything you want people to direct towards?
Yes. So I'm mostly active on Instagram, and usually I post mostly work in progress stuff because I really love crafting. I don't just make cosplays, I also make random little plushies. So if you want to see my creative process, you can follow me on Instagram. And also, I also have commercials to make. So I'm very soon going to publish our Yarn Fur book. It's a guide on how to make fur and wigs with yarn. So I have been working on it for quite some time, and the French version is about to be published, and I will start working on the English one. So keep an eye out for that. So yes, you will be able to make crazy wigs like this.
Oh, that's great.
Yay!
and check on Ron's screen one of the
Ron,
most
you have my mini Zelda. Oh.
the craziest creations.
Yeah, so
This
I also made this
wow.
Zelda. Oh, I miss
Ah.
her. Take good care of her.
It's mine.
Because
My
I will
precious.
know it.
Yeah, it was a great trade. So if you join the Hyrule Hideout, because I guess at this point I should promote it as well, right? If you join the Hyrule Hideout, you will be able to get in contact with creatives from all around the world and get great trades. Like, for example, the Phantom
Yes.
Zelda doll in exchange of that beautiful Phantom Ganon helmet.
Yay.
And it's not the
Thank
only
you, Ron.
collaboration. A lot of people have done commissions of different kinds. And we also have a lot of help between members that give advice to each other. We also have the possibility to have game nights. One of our admins, Ranger, also streams very frequently. So there is a lot of activity and a lot of things that you can do in the Hyrule Hideout, not only in regards of Zelda, but also your other interests. We are always happy to receive people of all kind of backgrounds, and we are very proud to have a very nice, safe space to offer for people, especially that grew to be a very beautiful and like valuable space during the times of the pandemic, and it continues to do so, and gives kind of a breath of the Zelda wild while we wait for Breath of the Wild 2 and try to disconnect a bit from our real lives. Anyway, that will be that for the first segment of this stream. In 15 minutes, we will be back with another set of guests to talk about the additional project that we had, the Christmas special, Santa Skullkid Comes to Town, plus again, things about the Haunted Hyrule special, the book, and whatnot. So say bye, everybody. See you in 15 minutes. Please don't go too far, but
Come back for
take your chance to go to the bathroom or whatever.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
So what do we do now? We just disconnect.
Oh, it's over.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the stream of the Hyrule Hideout for Zelda Creator Con 2022. We have changed guests, as you can see, and it so happened that everybody has masks. This my very poorly preserved all night mask, which embodies my spirit because I haven't been able to sleep in days. But whatever. Right. So this time we have Sami, Diamond, Annie, and Adriana, and we're gonna talk again about the Hunt Hyrule special, which is the big project that we made during the year. But now, instead of the cosplay book, we're gonna focus in another very beautiful and very special project that we had for Christmas called Santa's Skullkid Comes to Town. All right. So first of all, I do want you to meet our new guests. So I'm gonna be asking each one of them to say a bit about themselves, you know, what role did they have in the different projects, how did they meet the server, if anything, and a bit about themselves. Let's start with Sami. Sami, tell us about yourself.
Hi, I'm Sami. I've been cosplaying for like 4 years, I think, at this point. And I mostly do Skullkid, but I have a ton of other cosplays. But I always come back to him. I always do.
For a good reason. It's such a good cosplay.
It's so fun.
Let's see, Diamond. What about you?
Hi, I'm Diamond or Talon, whatever you want. I have exactly 2 cosplays. Both of them involve masks. Melania, who I'm most known for, and the horned statue, who I've worn once. My dog's trying to get in. But yeah, I can't remember how many years I've been cosplaying, but those are the only 2 I've ever made. And I think I'm pretty proud of them.
And you should. I particularly like Melania and how the ears bounce. It's so cute.
Yes. So good. I'm proud of him.
Bouncy ears are the best part.
Excellent. Yeah. So Adriana, what about yourself?
Hi, I'm Adriana, or you can call me DKS1 Gaming. I joined Hyrule Hideout, I believe about a year ago. I recently saw their Pass the Brush thing, I think it was, or like, yeah. That was something, and I noticed that all of these talented cosplayers are there, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to do something like that somehow. And I got to participate in the Haunted Hyrule special, which was so much fun to do. I've never really been cosplaying with a bunch of Zelda fans before. It's very rare in my area, and the fact that I can be in that community online with these amazing people. I met so many great people from there, and I love this place so much. And more importantly, I get to share my Zelda experience with everyone. I do Miku Miku dance animations. I can see my @ is up there on my Instagram. You can find animations and stuff. I also share my cosplays. I currently have Tetra in the works, which is very exciting. And I know. And I'm also going to be doing my Sona as well. So very excited about that.
That's fantastic. Yeah, looking forward to Tetra, a fantastic character that should receive. And Annie, tell us about yourself, AnnieChie.
So, hello, I'm AnnieChie Designs. I am a professional seamstress and I'm a cosplayer. Zelda is my primary go-to when it comes to Legend of Zelda. I've cosplayed from several of the games, many characters, and quite a variety of them as well. I got involved with the Hyrule Hideout group when I got a message from Yaban with the Pass the Brush, needing some more characters. And of course, I've cosplayed from so many of them. Unfortunately, a few of the more rare characters no longer fit, but I was able to participate as young Zelda, which is another one of those rarer characters. And then I was in the Haunted Hyrule project as Twin Rova, and together Bon and I put together an article for the Cosplay Realm magazine Nintendo issue. I also helped edit on the Haunted Hyrule project, which was a lot of fun, but a huge learning experience. And I was Ravio in the Christmas project. So yeah, I really enjoy the projects. I really enjoy this community, and it's a really special place.
Yay, thank you. I'm very glad to have all of you and all the other members of the Hyrule Hideout in the server. So this, now that I already mentioned who I am in the first segment, I will talk a bit more about the Hyrule Hideout as a community. So originally we were part of another server, and it collapsed for reasons in 2020. What didn't collapse in 2020, to be honest. But we managed to stay in contact, and the most powerful person you will ever meet, which is Diggy. Diggy had a whole backup server, thinking something could go wrong. So she kind of just fished all of the members of the other server plus some other friends after the collapse of the previous server, and threw us into this new ship called the Hyrule Hideout. And the mods of the other server and friends for a while at that moment, Diggy, Ranger, and myself, Yaban, decided to then give full shape and keep on going with a new server, and we put it Hyrule Hideout because it was our little hideout from the difficulties of life. And it has been growing slowly but steadily, and it's in a rhythm that we really enjoy, and it's very, very convenient for us to shelter a small community of creatives. So it was not completely intended that we got so creation focused. Originally, it was just like an open Zelda server where you could speak about it randomly and just have channels and maybe some theories. But more and more cosplayers arrived, and more creatives arrived, and that's when around January of 2021, when everybody was like very excited about what Nintendo video for the 35th anniversary that Sami here said, why don't we oh sorry, mirrored cameras, damn. Anyway, why don't we do a pass the brush video? You know, they are very popular in TikTok and very nice to do. And I said, yeah, sure. And we started like organizing, oh, I have this character, I have this character. And then I said, well, it's the 35th anniversary. Why don't we get one character of each game? And that was shooting myself in the foot because I ended making like 6 cosplays for that video, but it was
that was not my fault.
Yeah, that was on me. That I played myself. So we got so many cosplayers, and it attracted the attention of many more creatives. Some of them, like Annie, that were contacted for the video, or that saw the calling on social media, like I think was the case of Diamond, and people who watched it later and joined us later, like Adriana. So it was very fortunate, and it kind of like the anniversary video was the thing that definitely gave the Hyrule Hideout that creative focus. And then we said, well, with so much creativity, we should go one step further, maybe. And that's how the Haunted Hyrule special came to life. I don't know if any of you wants to do a particular comment about the process of the Haunted Hyrule special, about the things.
I have a few. I think it was mostly like we were all kind of joking about it at first, like, oh, I have this villain. What if we just do this Spooky Bitches collaboration? And then it turned into the Haunted. Like, we were literally, it was titled Spooky Bitches for like the longest time, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, like for a month.
And it turned into like a hunt for a Tingle cosplayer. Just like, if we're gonna do this,
we need Tingle.
He's
just staring at you.
Don't remind me of that one.
I blocked him from my memory. I forgot about him.
Why did you forget about Tingle is the most important villain of the Zelda history.
I couldn't handle him, so I had like erased him from my mind.
Literally, like anytime I'm sad, I just look at that clip from the Haunted Hideout of just Tingle just staring there, and I literally will never fail to make me go to stop. No!
It's pretty good.
I always forget he's in the video, and every time I rewatch it, I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
That's touch.
Yeah, that was, and it was difficult to find nightly because originally we had, I think, 2 options that had to cancel before nightly said like last minute that they could make it. And it was one of the very last clips that was sent to us for the same reason. And I was kind of in a rush. So I sent the instructions and they like everything super fast. And I said, like, do you have any questions? Just let me know. And next thing is like, hey, were you able to do the videos? Like, yes, I am uploading. It's like 3 a.m. And I said, I don't know what is the quality of this video. I don't know if I was clear enough for nightly to work with the indications that I gave. So praise Hylia, I don't know. and they were perfect. And everybody was so spooked. Because the other tingles that we thought about, they were a bit less unsettling, I think. Like they were somehow cuter.
Somehow.
In Tingle standards, which is not a lot. But Nightly really said like, okay, this is gonna be unsettling at some level, even if it's like whimsical because it's Zelda. It's gonna be unsettling, and I think, yeah, it's very unsettling. That's why it's also in the bloopers video. It's not a surprise anymore because you watch it in the first segment. But I said, I mean, those are not bloopers. That's the actual material that Nightly sent. It's just so funny that I had to include them. So yeah, that was a whole thing. And yeah, I do think a lot of people learn how to do certain things like video edition, special effects, how to follow a script.
Yeah.
The brainstorming process for the script was also a whole thing. Because I do, although I really love to work in these projects, one thing was true, and it was that I burned myself with the anniversary video. I took on too much responsibility, and I was not in the best shape afterwards. So for the Halloween special, I said, no, I don't need to get help, to accept help, and to get more creative forces into play. And it worked wonders because I think we had 3 main editors. I think it was AnnieChie and myself. And then for special effects, we had Tim, we had Shell as well. There was people looking for sounds, and of course, all the material, because everything worked really well. Like everybody took their instructions, and they communicated with each other. In order to, for example, coordinate that they will have black backgrounds or forest backgrounds. And at the end, it worked very well. So
some of them you would guess that they worked together, like they were physically there with each other, like just the way they worked so well with each other. It was absolutely amazing. And like as one of the people who got to edit a few of these, I did some just sound editing, and did some where I actually put all the clips together. Some of them I was genuinely like, this looks like you guys coordinated like in person. It was very impressive. The instructions were so clear that everyone was able to follow them really well. It was pretty impressive.
Yeah, and it's nice to be able to kind of apply knowledge of real life into it, because just as Ron's cosplay book comes from the fact that Ron has a lot of experience in graphic design, the Haunted Hyrule special was a bit of me recovering everything from my career. I'm a filmmaker by profession. So I was like, okay, all of these things that I learned and that I have done with collective creation projects in video in my country, we can do something about it worldwide. So these little things about how to write a script so it is easy to read, things that is like, oh, okay, my time in university was not wasted. And it's like everything that Shell does in addition also has to do with her work. She works, if I'm not mistaken, in public relationships. So yes, it's a bit of this and that. Let's then watch it with you guys this time for a whole different kind of commentary. So let's please play the Haunted Hyrule special, the Halloween video. The spoopy video.
Oh god.
Oh.
I love Doritos.
Whoa!
So this is one that I got to do the sound editing. I don't think I did the whole editing. I can't remember. I know I did the sound on this one though. I can't remember.
I love how everybody in the chat is like, the tingle section was so unnerving.
Everyone can agree.
It's
Oh, we're going to get
terrifying.
to see it again. And I do have a comment for that as well. I do have a comment when the tingle comes on, so I'm very proud of something involving the editing on that one. Something I'm very proud of on that one.
Yeah, I just want to say, like, everyone went above and beyond with their cosplays for this.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Like, seriously, like, I've been trying to promote this video ever since it came out, and literally every Halloween I'm going to say, please watch this. It's so good.
Everyone really so good.
I probably wouldn't have gotten to like finish Porn Statue because I needed like a push to actually work because like I have a hard time getting motivation. So because of this video, he got actually made. He probably would have just stayed an idea forever if this wasn't a thing.
I'm so glad that it's made, because it's really one of my favorite like results that came from the Hyrule special. I love it, and also it like the special effects in that section were a bit of a challenge, so I had to draw some stuff in Photoshop. I had to like put a lot of things together that I hadn't tried, and it was very interesting, specifically for the stasis effect.
So I actually have a fun fact about this section of the video. So I was originally supposed to be Ravio, and then May Gwyn was obviously Zelda here, and our friend Bandit Spurs was supposed to be Hilda. And we were going to try to actually film all together because we are friends in real life. But obviously, Bandits was pregnant, and then I couldn't finish Ravio in time, so that completely fell apart, unfortunately. But then our replacements are also both just so wonderful, and they made it work so well. And, well, as we just saw that transformation, Neferi-chan actually has done a Hyrule Warriors version of Hilda, so she got to use those pieces to do, like, a wicked, and I was just like, heck yes, that's amazing.
Oh wow, knowing the origin of that now, that's really cool. Oh my gosh.
I did not know that.
She mixed two of her cosplays together, yeah. I was just like, hell yeah.
So.
And the fact that Bandits couldn't do it, I was like, Neferi, hello? Look at Hilda cosplay. She has many Hilda cosplays. She's done the Maiden version as well. Several. She's done Lolia, like Goddess Hylia, but Low it's impressive.
Oh, that's great. You know, it's great when people get like focused in a specific character and makes many versions, like it's the case with M and Chic.
Yep.
Because you really get to see a whole scope of the possibilities, and it's very, very nice, and it's a labor of love as well.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah. Also, something fun about sections like these, all of these sound effects were from like a Zelda site. The fact that we got to use all the sound effects from the games is just so much fun. Like, that's probably my favorite part of all the editing, which is like, put all the sound in there.
I will be honest, but like you're like able to use sounds from the Zelda games or like any game in general that you're trying to make, and you put it into your video, it makes it feel more real than just looking up like royalty free whatever. It brings more character to it, like any video, and especially with the ones that we've made, it makes it like more. This is a part of the Zelda game, and it's like, yeah, you're in it. And
oh, exactly, yeah. And this is the last time we'll probably ever see my Kinrova cosplay. He's pretty retired now.
Died a good death. Let it be.
Oh my gosh, yes!
Oh, it's time!
The dance!
Dancing man!
Let's go!
Oh, I love it so much.
The most beautiful dancing.
That's King. Yes, scare him.
I love how our Zelda generally looks kind of terrified, just like,
oh yeah,
what the heck? Like,
you look so scared, and you're just doing the goofiest dance in the world.
What are you talking about? He's intimidating.
Oh,
it's questionable.
Literally, I'm gonna say it again. Everyone went above and beyond for their cosplays. Oh, one thing, the corrupted versions of them, like for example, for these, like, oh my gosh, they're so well done, and again, lots of thought into it, and
oh yeah,
and how all of them combined together, like all of them have like a theme to it, and everyone consistently stayed in that theme. So clean.
So another fun fact is down here, it was really hard to find a good laugh because just the way Audie was acting, depending on the laugh, it ended up looking like a thirst trap.
I think you should have added the laugh then. You robbed us of thirst trap game.
Audie, this is too
Audie is a walking thirst trap anyway, so...
Yeah, I'm about to say, like, all their clips, if you just add the right music.
Yeah.
Audie just
oh
does
no, this is too sexy. Not scary enough. Different audio.
They can't help it. It's not their fault they were born so sexy.
And they lean into it too. Audie always leans into that.
Oh yeah,
it's great.
I want to steal this man's cosplay. I want that. I want to steal it from his house.
Same. I wish mine turned out that way.
Oh, yours is really
still amazing, Sammy. My goodness.
Yeah, that's one thing about the Hideout. A lot of people have repeated cosplay, so to speak. So have cosplays of the same character in the same version.
Except for this character.
Not a competition. It's not a competition.
Yeah. I never had competition.
This one gives me so much chill. Like, I have a lot of chills whenever I see this one.
At first, when we were thinking of people to add, I was just like, wait, my friend from Ottawa has this amazing Yita. And it was like, hell yeah, now she has a reason to finish it. She was slowly working on it to fail this. I'm hoping it's good.
The Ganon's just impeccable. Oh, look, it's me.
Hey, Sammy!
guys are the gamut.
Oh.
I'm so good. I
Especially, I never get over dehydrated Ganondorf. He's just immaculate. I can't.
Yeah, I remember for this one too, we had a lot of cosplayers come from like all over like social media and stuff. Like we got people from different places and we had like connections. And we've got like all of these great cosplayers who weren't a part of Zelda like Hyrule Hideout until like they joined us for this project. And to kind of know that and for them to advertise it for us will only make us grow more, and it's really nice to actually meet more people and to even like be like, oh my gosh, I know this person! Oh, they cosplay too, they're gonna join us! It's that really great satisfying feeling, and it's great.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
Yeah, sometimes it's like contacting celebrities.
Yes, exactly!
It was the same feeling with the
chocolate sauce.
certificate.
Sorry.
Chocolate sauce! Mmm.
That was just straight chocolate sauce. It was delicious.
It's so good.
Also, I gotta say, Diamond, your statue is unnerving.
Thank you.
Oh,
I try my best.
Good.
My favorite part of it is it has detachable blacks outs in the eyes, so I can actually like have one of them out and then like paint black around my eyes so that it like my eyes popping out.
That's terrifying. I love it.
Yeah, I didn't get to show it off for this, but I'm just like, yes, make me creepy.
Oh, I love Shell.
Yeah, I love Shell.
Adriana is cool.
It's a me, Malario. It's me, Chris Pratt.
This is actually the very first sequence that I edited was this Phantom Hourglass sequence.
Yeah, I remember you sent that into one of the channels, and I watched it for the first time, and I literally was geeking out. Like I remember sitting, literally the scene was me in my living room getting that notification, transferring that to iMovie. Yes! Oh my god! And then like just watching it over and over again, and me kicking my legs.
Yeah.
Wait, I just realized that's a Korok that he like pulled out.
Oh,
I
yeah.
didn't even notice.
That it's stuck in the armor.
Why did I just couldn't tell what it was until just then.
Yeah, I think this is such a brilliant way to incorporate runs. Like, I know it's Spirit Zelda, but like, it works with Phantom too. It's genius. Also, this is one of my favorite parts. Like, my gosh.
Oh god.
Oh, so good.
That was Shell with the water effects.
Yes.
And Michael is the best Koga ever.
Oh yeah, so good.
We have
It's
some
the perfect
duet.
energy.
We have one duet in TikTok with my Gerudo Link, which is always so funny. One of my favorite duets that I have ever gotten. It's a very strange audio, and I think I actually sent it to Emily, like, hey, can you tell Michael to check this and maybe do it? And the result was very funny. Because that's one
rats,
thing.
The rats. I love those rats.
The rats.
The rats.
7-foot rats. Rats along the rats.
I love those rats. I will die for those rats.
I love that part. The creativity for that scene.
It makes
was
it
something that-
genuinely spooky.
Yeah, and that's something that like barely anyone can pull off unless if you're lucky. We got super lucky with this cast, and
Oh,
the rats
100%.
prove it. Thank the rats.
Like other examples of people coming up with corrupted versions of previous characters. I believe Nifa has actually commissioned like a full gown for this cosplay. A full corrupted Nifa. I'm like, that's so cool.
Yeah, I remember that.
I love how everyone who's done a corrupted version of one of the characters, we've all done it in a different way.
Oh yeah, there's so much creativity in it. It's amazing.
Like all the malice is all placed differently.
Also, sound effects are real fun for this one too.
I've honestly thought about like when the day Melania, because Melania's not gonna last forever. He's not constructed well enough. But the day he dies, I will be turning him into corruption. Like I will just heck yeah.
Corrupted Melania thing.
Oh, those boots.
Yeah, those boots were
Wrapping
actually,
up. He's going.
I never actually had shoes for Via Link or like any like of the links that I am planning on getting. I'm hopefully gonna get all of the 4 swords soon,
For
so I can
this,
play with my friends.
Like this right here, this piece of audio is my pride and joy. I'm sorry for interrupting. Just that right there. I was like so proud of myself for that one.
You should be, oh my gosh.
Yeah, I was just like, this one makes sense, right?
This makes sense, right?
It does. It does.
I was just like, I have to do it. And then it worked, and I was like, wow, that really worked. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you. I was just like, oh, I have to mention that.
No, you're fine. I feel like the audio that you chose for it honestly made it much more funny, like a lot funnier than like it should have been, which is why I also think it's really good. But then, like, again, it's from the game, and it's like, oh, the suspense, like, I can feel it. I can.
Ties in perfect.
Yeah.
Exactly. Prince has the most adorable young Link.
Oh gosh, yeah. And the acting is great. Like, oh my god.
Oh. Everyone's acting is so good.
Like that!
That's one of my favorite bits.
Yes. Oh my god.
Fight.
Like, look at that expression! And I mean, Sammy's little, like, wiggles here. He's
going to jail.
Running with the arms out. It's just like, you look insane. And speaking of insane, just that.
I love this bit.
Oh my gosh, me too. It's so spooky.
And the cop is disgusting, and I love it.
Yeah.
It's so
wet.
gross.
It's a wet cop.
It's so just wet.
so
and
bad.
gross,
It's so
and I
bad.
love it.
It works.
Yeah,
It's creepy.
Also, can I say that the ending credits music is really just unsettling beyond word.
Oh, yeah, like if you dig deep enough in the galleries of music for the Zelda games, you find some really creepy stuff.
Oh yeah.
I didn't use for the bloopers, we do have pieces that are not from Zelda, but I think everything for the Halloween and the Christmas video are from the Zelda games.
Yep. I think just a few laps and stuff were like in general.
Yeah, from
That's it though.
Oh.
Some of the laughs tracks, like the Twin Rova laugh, with the laughing I did, wouldn't have worked very well. It would have looked very silly.
Well, the laughs of the villains in Zelda are always like a bit weird. I
little
think
insane.
for the laughs that I added, which was the Cubo's sister and the scream, Adriana's scream as Toon Zelda as well, that's not from the game. That's a different thing. Because yeah, it didn't fit, and sometimes you can find material that it's more like in the mood. But anyway, Adriana, you were saying, finish your idea about the boots. So you are going to find, you're going to get the 4 links, and you're gonna get 2 of them.
Yeah, okay, so I was gonna like tell the story about the boots because you guys were commenting about them.
I love the boots.
So, thank you. So basically, I besides Zelda cosplays, I do other fandoms, and for those boots in particular, I specifically bought them for, drumroll please, Frisk from Undertale and hopefully Kara. So I was looking for like boots that were similar to like Frisks, and then like I pretty much found them and they were perfect. And then when I was looking for Vio boots, I was like, okay, Link wears like brown, but they're not like, I don't know where to find anything like that. And I look in my closet and I see them and I'm like, I'm gonna steal these, take these, put them on. I don't want to draw them. I'm not a good drawer. We'll just stick them on. We'll just go with it.
That's what you used. That's so clever.
Surprisingly, they stayed. I honestly was expecting them to fall off the first 3 steps I took, but no, they stayed on like a charm, and that worked great.
I love how there's also a reference to an in-game item, just like with the masks with Young Link later on. It was like, yes, let's reference the items in-game. It's so clever. Makes it more interesting too.
Thank you.
Yeah. Like, a lot of members of the server are very, very into props. So I said, let's just try to use the props. And you could see Prince with his little milk bottle of London milk, and things like that. It just gives such a charm. Originally, the idea also with Fierce Deity's mask, that is the one that the Happy Mask collector, Happy Mask salesman throws. It was gonna be a real mask, but I think Tim ran out of time. So he was like, "Oh, I know how to use all of these effects," and he composed the whole thing. That slip of a tongue is because my Discord name is Happy Mask Collector, and it has been always that. So when I see the Happy Mask salesman, I am like, collector. Wait.
Come over here.
Whoops. Yeah, and I mean, a lot of the scenes in the special are also scenes of the games. In the case of my funky dance is actually shown in the game. Everybody may remember the virtual, the ritual, and the sound and the little are directly from the game as well.
So creepy.
They try to get like accurate situations, so to speak. Of course, we are not emulating the games or anything, but things that were either scenes from the games or mechanics of the games. And that was a challenge on itself, because not everybody has played all the games. You would say by how it ended that we are like all super experts, but I haven't played several of the games, and the main script team was Sami, Hobbies, and myself. We, the three of us, don't get all the games in terms of having played them. So it was also a lot of asking people who are not cosplayers but are in the server, like Ranger, like Snapjack. Hey guys, if you're there, like, hey, you have played this game, so how this mechanic works? I don't find this information in the wiki. Does this make sense for the game? And they could say like yes, no, and give a suggestion. So even people who were not into the project, like participating constantly and don't do cosplay, were a big support for us anyway. And that's the joy of the server, really. Right, so I think we can let's go directly to the bloopers. Let's watch the bloopers again. Bloopers that were long overdue. So let's see the bloopers. So again, an example of how we do music for the game. Yeah.
It actually jump scared me. I'm not joking. The first time I watched it, I just saw that thing and I went, ah!
Chicken.
Again, that could be a thirst trap.
Exactly.
It is a thirst trap. And
It
is a thirst trap. I don't know.
Also could be a thirst trap.
I think some people would think so, yeah.
Oh gosh, it's also terrifying.
That just appears like anytime, and that just sets me off. Oh my god.
I want to punch my screen sometimes. Just like, ah.
There you go.
Who was the one who edited the blooper video?
That was fun.
The what?
Who was the one who edited the blooper video?
It was me.
Okay.
I edited, yeah.
Superb editing to make everything 10 times funnier.
The rats.
The rats.
The
You're
babies.
nobody.
No
Get out.
Babies.
That's Mr. Nobody. You can hear in the audio. You can hear Ron
Oh
calling me.
boy.
And it's like, Nick,
Alright.
this is my new. Bye.
Okay.
Oh, I love fairies.
I love videos of just
Oh my
people
goodness.
laughing and having a fun time. When they're supposed to
Compose
be-
Me too.
Compose yourself.
Chickens. How many cuckoos does Yarntastic
Bro, what?
have?
I mean,
Well,
yes is the
like-
right answer.
Insert strobe lights.
I just remembered that the bracelet is actually part of my League of Legends Evelyn cosplay.
That checks out. Oh, spider.
It was right between my hands.
Wait, what? Oh, that's wow.
When I went down on the ground on my hands, I looked down and I realized there was a spider in between them. And I just freaked out.
Also, I love the inclusion of the occasional, like, Yarntastic just bleh. Like those little blurts here and there are so funny.
And there was
The
a lot
point
of
of editing
like, I don't know
in.
why everybody was like
Child.
I am now a kid.
Good.
What am I doing? Say that.
This made
Oh
me
god,
laugh
just existing.
so
is
much.
The sounds.
The council will now
Stand
decide. Okay.
You should shake a little bit more.
I can't with this section. I swear to God, I was just looking at videos to see what funny bits I could take, and suddenly I find this and I lost it, Michael. I appreciate you a lot. Okay, this is
Small
like
child. Small child eat
I
fine.
love the growling.
Okay, whenever
Just
you're ready.
the growling.
yeah, like Chihuahua rowling everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
the best.
there he goes.
Good job, Yuta. You did it.
He's going.
There she go.
I want to give her a hug.
Oh, here. That is the most Legend of Zelda cosplayer struggle ever. Just like if you don't glue your ears on, because like for TikToks and stuff, I will not glue my ears down because I'm just putting them on. For a con day, I will. But gosh darn, they don't stay on if you don't glue them down.
I don't know how my ear right now is staying in place. Like I honestly don't know. It's just like magic. If it suddenly falls, it will be funny because it will fall in my collar, which is pretty much now that I'm in back screen. As you can see, my collar is pretty much like a cone of shame of a dog.
I was about to say you have a dog cone.
Oh my god, that's so thematically fitting for Graham, who's like basically Demise's pet.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really cool. It looks cool because it has like the shape
It is
of
super
the
sweet.
points, you know.
It is so well constructed. My god.
So many diamonds, so much rhombus.
But it's a dog collar.
Yeah.
Cone of
It's a
shame.
well-made and very nice looking dog collar.
Yeah.
Simplism at its finest.
It's my theme, you know. Like I am Ben Browned and I'm growling. I am Gira and I have a cone. And the link that I do is Wild Link, who is just Wild Link. We all know Wild Link. He's out of his mind.
He's a little feral boy.
Now you're just
Yeah,
missing the
he's very
actual
funny.
dog link of Twilight Princess.
Okay. I think this is my cue to finally cosplay something from Twilight Princess, which is one of the very few games that I have not cosplayed anything of yet. Although my cosplay partner, like the person with whom I always make cosplay in Colombia, she's called Mocha Torota. She's got a true form Midna that is very beautiful. She is featured in the anniversary Pass the Brush video. If anyone wants to take a look at her, that's my friend Mocha.
You've also just made me realize that I also have not cosplayed from Twilight Princess. That's a crime.
I have.
Yeah, you have.
I've never played it.
I haven't.
Whoops. I have played the beginning when I didn't have the proper console at the time. I still don't have it, but at least I could have like a way to look at that helmet. So cool.
It's a good helmet.
I'm not.
Yeah,
gonna
I've only ever
him.
played like Breath of the Wild and Hyrule Warriors. And I love them dearly.
Yeah, I mean, I even have the cosplay of Jesus. What's your name, mate? I have like one brain cell left. Sorry.
Oh, it's all good.
Pirate guy from Phantom Hourglass.
Lineback.
Lineback. Thank
Lineback.
you. I did do Lineback.
Your lineback is so...
And I haven't done anything with Twilight Princess. My Lineback is a lot of fun. I should remake him.
Definitely remake
really
him.
fun.
It's funny to put so much blush in your nose. He has this red nose. It's very funny. Yeah, and like Sami has things like spirit tracks. Sorry, I always forget that this thing is mirrored. I have the link from Zelda too. Like who has that? But I have anything from Twilight Princess. Oh, look at that. You're so good at props, Sami. That's
So
great.
pretty.
I mean, Ron helped. She made the pattern for it.
I mean, I feel, speaking of Ron patterns, like, yeah.
Speaking of Ron, this
Speaking
amazing
of
bag.
Ron.
Speaking of Ron, everybody has something of
Pretty. I
Poor
wanted to
Ron. I got the trident.
We love you, Ron.
love you, Ron.
We're doing commercials for
Love you
Ron.
yourself.
When she
They
isn't
have a
even
book.
I have a
And
shield in the corner. I'm not taking it down. I don't feel like it. It's on
Hey,
the wall.
hey guys, someone in the chat say that we missed the Philips CDI games. We have not made cosplays from the CDI games.
Oh,
Maybe
don't
that's
get
intentional.
started.
Right.
Look, I could make cosplays of the cartoon. I could make the cosplay of the cartoon. I think the Zelda of the cartoon is absolutely iconic with
It
that
is.
80s ridiculous attire with those nonsensical boots. I hope, but the CDI games.
What are you talking about? That game's a masterpiece.
Why don't we
It's a
just
piece of art.
why,
Yeah.
why
It
don't
should
we
be in the
do that,
loom.
like April
my
Fool?
color. There you go.
Something really that would be something really interesting for April Fools, where like we just all put together like just random cosplays of just the Philips CDI, and we just like dub over the
Because this have voice acting, so we could actually make the look
Yes.
like in TikTok
yeah.
and make
No, we have to make them super off. We have to be
Like,
like,
you have to like do very wrong lip flaps.
yeah, perfect.
yeah.
Perfect.
That's
Write it
actually, yeah,
down.
that's a good idea. Look,
If anyone
what
wants
is
to
your
join
name?
that idea, let us know in the chat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Gratified. Thank you very much for the idea. Now we know what to do
Yes.
next April. Thank you.
We're stealing
Everybody
it.
say thank you to Gratified.
Thank you.
Yeah, and Ron says like those games don't exist, but now they will.
They only exist if you acknowledge them.
Yeah, and someone says, good afternoon, the King of Hyrule has joined. So you, Glenn Sarich, are the assigned King of Hyrule in the
Guys, what if I told you that that's my dad?
Your father?
Hey, okay, your dad is now assigned to
Your dad
be
is
the King of
casted.
Hyrule in, in our 1st of April video.
Congrats.
It will be great. It will be great,
Honestly.
Adriana's dad, I promise.
Congrats, casted.
Hi, Dad.
I didn't want to say anything, but since he said that, since you saw that, I'm like, fine, I'll just let it rip.
No, it's good because now he can't escape.
No, yeah, no, he can't escape it.
You're forced to film with us now.
Yeah.
Actually, a little birdie told me that my dad actually might be cosplaying with me sometime soon as well. He was kind of getting into cosplaying with me because he's been to cons and he's seen everything. He's into a lot of Transformers stuff, but then when he started seeing Zelda stuff, we started talking to him about it. And we're hoping that when the time comes and we have the budget for it, my dad and I, and then probably another friend of mine, we're gonna go to a con as Zelda, Toon Link, and Ganondorf from Wind Waker. So we're hoping.
That's so cool.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
great!
really cool.
Looking forward to that. And
Yeah.
Josh, this is a good moment to shout out to Josh, who is managing the technical aspects of the stream. Thank you. He says he loves Transformers. So Josh will want to talk or to see the eventual Transformers cosplay of your dad. Although Transformers cosplays are very complicated, but that's
Gotcha.
beyond the point. Right. So yeah, we saw the promo for Run and her beautiful patterns. Now I think we can introduce a bit of our next project, also making promos of Sami. Look,
The children.
the children.
I literally take this thing everywhere I go. I'm not even joking. I don't know. I have it by my bedside every single night. She watches me sleep. I know that's scary, but literally, I've been wanting to commission you for more of these for so long, Sammy. They're so well done, and this was such a good idea. And the fact that I own this thing now.
Head banging, head banging, head banging.
Mine has lots of bells. And actually, I sent Sammy a lot of these like little parts because I had like parts left over from Melania, and I had a lot of fabric that I wanted to send. And so I was just like, here, have these green tassels and these bells and all this fabric from when I was planning to make the skirt myself. And so the plush just means a lot to me.
Yeah, a few people sent me like a bunch of scrap fabric because it was going to make it a lot cheaper and a lot easier for me to get all of them done. And so a bunch of people actually have plushies made from scraps from their costumes, like Chell's. The blue part of Pura's dress is made from the same fabric as her actual costume.
And I like to point out, mine is not yet like that color matching because like my Ravio is made of stretch, but yet like that's almost the same exact color, and it's just impressive.
He's so cute.
And he's got a little detachable mask. He's so cute. He's my son. This is my son.
They have, depending on the model, but they have
Mine has both.
Triforces.
Mine has one too.
You just said
No, I didn't know it's banned from silly. I'm like, I need to do it too.
Yeah, but see, so this is lovely, but let's start from the beginning. So the Halloween special was close to be done when Sami one day had one of those impulses. As I have mentioned before, Sami's specialty is to work too fast to be human. So Sami arrived one day, I think it was before the release of the Haunted Hyrule special when you mentioned the Christmas event.
yeah, I think so.
Yeah. It was something like, let's do a Christmas kind of secret Santa event. And Sami said something like, I want to make plushies, and I got a good excuse with all of you. So let's think about a secret Santa or gift exchange that has to do with plushies. So at the time I said like, okay, hold on a second, because we were like full steam in the Haunted Hyrule special. The Halloween and Christmas are lovely holidays, but they have this issue that they are too close to each other. So by the time we finally posted the special and could focus on the Christmas video, it was already November. And then 15 people signed up for the project, which meant that Sami had to do 15 plushes and send them to all around the world in like 1 month. You sent it like in the 7th of December, so it was like extremely fast. That was crazy. So yeah, some of us didn't really know if we will be able to. I in particular said, don't even try bothering send me anything, because Colombia is beyond Mordor and nothing ever arrives here and it's pointless. But Sami had mentioned that they wanted to send me a plushie anyway before, so they said like, whatever, mate, let's try it. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I wanted to send you something like a few months before, and I'm like, this is my time.
Finally. Yeah, the thing is that, yeah, to Colombia, it's very difficult to receive personal packages. If you buy something from Amazon, it will be expensive, but it's more likely that it will arrive. However, personal mail tends to get lost or stolen. I said, who in the right mind will steal this adorable baby that they have no idea where it comes from? Because this is 3/4 Heroes Link in the Kokiri set, which is so obscure, nobody who has seen this cosplay live has ever guessed who he is at the first or second or third try. So they will say like, oh, who is this funny little green witch? No, it's Kokiri Link, not some funny green witch.
No.
Uncultured swines. Anyway, I do have this cosplay. So what the point was that we would receive in costume the cosplay, the plushie, and then during this kind of notion, we could adapt our costumes to Christmas time. So add some Christmas decoration or Christmas color palette or whatever. And it will be a bit of a pass the brush, but it's a pass the box. And then who made this? Skullkid. So we have Santa Skullkid, and that's how the idea of the video came to light. By the time, I mean, we wanted to post the video first on Christmas Day, then we said, finally it was on the 28th of December. But that time, not all the plushies had made it to their destinations. Again, for example, Colombia, difficult place. Sweden, difficult place for merchandising. And the other thing is that it's Christmas season and it's COVID issues year. So everything came together to make difficult for some of the plushies to arrive. I think the one in the United Kingdom also took a lot of time to arrive.
We also had an issue with Canada.
Oh yeah,
they tried to ship all of them to the same address.
Oh,
and so one
so
side
weird.
they had one address. They're like in limbo, going between two addresses constantly. Oh, it was a mess.
Yeah.
But they got there.
I don't know why he did that.
It wasn't hard, but yeah. So they'd had the one address on one side of all the Canadian ones, and then the real address is on the other side. So customs did that for some reason. So at least Yarntastic got theirs and then told us, hey guys, Mifa's address is on the other side. That's why it took so long. They like X'd it out. And eventually Mifa got all of them, figured out which ones were obviously not theirs, and then sent them out. And luckily we all got them in time in Canada. But it was still just like postage system.
Yeah, I think it was the guy at the post office when I brought it in. Because I brought in like 10 packages all at once, and most of them were going outside of the US. So it was like a lot. So he just copy and pasted the same address. And I'm like, yikes.
Yeah, it was a whole thing. And it again is every new project comes with specific challenges. This was the first time that we tried to send physical things to share in the projects. So yeah, because of that, not all of them made it to the destination in time for the video, and it shows in the video itself. However, it's not a big deal. We also, many of us recorded the unboxing of the plushie to be able to send it to Sami, because it was very special, and I take this chance to thank you again, Sami, because it was really wonderful and made everybody's Christmas. And most of us, if not all of us, treasure these little friends every day.
And if that doesn't take talent, I don't know what does.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
And they can dance. They can dance.
They can
dance. Headbang.
I like to give mine little head pats.
You're okay, bud.
This delicate, but you can do this. It looks like those gifs
yes.
of like, you know.
This also fits my cat, which I appreciate. I can't say it. I appreciate they made it multi-purpose.
Oh, it fits your cat. Oh, and your cat tolerates it, because that's the second question.
He doesn't tolerate it.
I did not know. Wait, you put it on your cat?
Yeah.
Wait, I didn't know that. Do you have a picture? I need you to send me that picture.
Yeah, I'll make sure I send you that picture.
Love cats.
Cats are so good, man.
Long life to the cat. Yeah, let's then watch the Santa Skullkid Comes to Town video, the Christmas video, to see how this
my heart so
project came to life. Also a bit of an additional adventure, because it was way more chaotic than the Hyrule special. But you can see the Christmas modification, like the stockings or the sleeves.
Well, the part with the dog is so wholesome. I love the little bark when it happens.
So I retook this like 3 times, and he did not actually bite me, but he was just annoyed. He's a good boy, but he was very annoyed by me constantly bothering him.
On that Christmas tree.
Dog's like,
all-
okay, Skullkid.
with the ultra, with everything. So this was actually Lua is featured in the cosplay book in the outside of the realm section, although she does have one in Zelda cosplay, which is this one is Goddess Hylia Sword with a very lovely plushie. Look at that, they match. They're so cute.
I covered that one in sparkles.
Drop the horse. That's how your horse died, by the way.
He's fine. He's fine. But yeah, my
Those
mom
wiggly
was
ears.
throwing me the box from off screen, and I was just like, throw it to me, throw it to me. And then there's a master sword underneath the tree.
Oh, I love
Oh,
that.
I can see. I never noticed that.
Me.
So yeah, that was just like in my entryway.
With Ron's design of the helmet.
Look at. Squealing. So
And that
cute.
giant Santa hat on the ear of the mask, just perfect.
I love that part.
I like how Voxy almost looked offended that someone's passing.
Yeah, like,
Ew,
gross.
Yes,
I'll
how dare
take
you.
it.
Oh, look how good though. Good. The purple Santa hat though.
Once Bati stole the
Yes.
plushie,
Yes.
the
Oh my
villain
God.
heart said, "Okay, all right."
This is so cute.
The little
Plushie,
dress is so cute.
You are so cute.
Oh, I just noticed the green green ribbon in her hair.
Yeah. Oh, everything Chell does is such
I
high
love.
quality.
I think it's
Immaculate.
she has like a tiny little Santa hat on her wing.
Yeah.
It's like the smallest little thing.
And some baubles.
Oh, there be a.
Also looked like offended and then like, okay. Like,
Okay. Yeah!
Oh my gosh!
I
Open!
such a clever way to deal with the fact
Oh.
that they're didn't come in on time. I love it.
Yeah, I sent hers super early too, and it
Yarn.
still didn't come in.
So disappointing.
The candy cane and the reindeer antlers.
I love her costume so much. I want to hug it.
Same.
Sidon!
Oh,
Ew.
the fish siblings were two of my favorites to do because I used a lot of scraps from my Mifa costume to make their outfits for them,
I love it.
and I still have scraps to use.
The
how
scraps
cute.
are never ending.
I love
Look at
the
you,
glitter
Adriana.
on your face. So cute.
And the baby!
I love the costume as well. It looks lovely with that shade of green.
It really does. You look
Thank you so much. I did not know what to use for that, but then I found that that costume that I've used every Christmas when I would like go to my school and dress up, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna use this, but then it looked really good, so I'm happy with that.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Aww. Hobbies is so cute. Look at this. It's like, oh, for me? I get a present?
Hobbies was another one that was late that I think
The hat, go.
didn't come until like February or something like that.
For those of you who didn't get
Even
them,
later
that's
than
some
mine.
really clever stuff. I really appreciate that a lot. It's so cool.
Mifa!
I think Mifa rewrapped her box for these clips.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh my gosh,
That's so cute. That's so adorable. Ah, that's cute.
Diggy.
I think
Yeah.
Steggy's came in first.
Yeah.
It was one of the very first.
That sweater is everything.
I want
love
that
it.
sweater so bad.
Ah!
Yeah.
Championing!
So cute.
I love that.
So cute.
So wholesome and all like skyrocketed. Oh my
Exactly
god.
how a Christmas Legend of Zelda project should be. Wholesome.
Yeah.
We can do both. We can be creepy and we can be wholesome.
We have it all.
Yeah.
The whole package.
I also like the comment that Meg left. This is probably my favorite. It's like the chaos of Krampus and the childlike innocence of Santa rolled into one. Skullkid Santa is now canon for the holidays.
Yes, Meg, you are
Valid.
exactly right.
I'm very
Frances loves the Dracula exit. I'm guessing that's my exit with
yeah.
the where it's this has huge tails. There you go.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Agita kind of looks like a vampire when he wants. With the velvet and whatnot.
He does have fangs, so
It works.
He has, right? I should add them to my costumes.
do
I have
it.
always struggled with like fangs for like I have never been able to find some that are like somewhat comfy that I am and that they will stay in place. They kind of just fall all the time. But anyway, yeah, I have Girahim and other cosplays of mine always have the issue that they are like more detailed and better looking in the back than in the front. Like I put a lot of effort in sections that are never gonna be visible, like all the diamonds that go against my back and will never show because this doesn't fly, you know. And in the front is like okay, and then the back is like whoa. And the cosplays that I have for projects this year are from Chinese media, most of them, if not all of them. I do have one from Hades, which is a North American property. But anyway, and this again, beautiful in the back, and the front is just like. One of them has like it's a handful that has huge, like up to the floor sleeves with feathers, like with wings embroidered in the sleeves, but only in the back, and it's like
oh no,
success. I choose my projects very well.
Yes.
Anyway, yeah, so that was the Christmas project. Beautiful in how wholesome it was and how great it was for everybody to have a real Santa Skullkid and Sami to receive these plushies.
Very cool.
After that, Sami did open commissions for them. I don't know if you still are open for commissions or you're gonna open for new commissions soon.
Right this moment for like I'm going on a trip in like 2 days. So right at this moment, I'm not working on commissions, but after that, they're open again. And you just DM me on Instagram pretty much.
Have fun.
I'm very excited.
Yeah, have fun in your trip. Yes, so besides the characters that you saw in the video, you have characters like Lana, which is currently being held by Sami. And you have, for example, Meg, who is in the chat. I know she commissioned Malon from Ocarina of Time.
I actually got to give it to her in person at con, and it was very cute.
Oh, so sweet.
I saw her
in a
coming
version of
down.
Milan too.
Yeah, she was in her Hyrule Warriors version of Milan that she made. And I saw the pitchfork from it at the top of an escalator coming down. And I'm dressed as Mifa with my trident. And I go, Melon! and we lock eyes and she's just like, ah. And I'm just like trying to get Mallet, the plushie, out of the bag, be like, I have your thing. I have your thing.
I have your child. I have your child right here.
I have your child.
The main thing that we do in all of these videos is to jit stuff. So jit the child. Yeah, and other very interesting project for plushies that you had was the Guardian plushie.
Oh yeah.
That was a whole thing. So if you go, I assume it's in your social media. I'm not in Allison, I think it's the name of, or Alice.
Allison Chase, I think.
There you go. So this person made a full Guardian costume, which is absolutely insane. Like it has sounds and it shoots at you, and it's just wow. And they commissioned the mini Guardian.
He's like 9 inches tall.
It's very funny because you can see both the huge, very impressive Guardian and the small, still very impressive plushie Guardian together. And it's not the egg from Age of Calamity. It's an actual Guardian.
Yeah.
Small. Right. And besides, I think for now you only have plushies commissions open, right? You are not doing any other kind of commissions. Is anyone here offering commissions of anything else? Commercials time.
I don't, but I get asked almost all the time. So my anti-commercial, no, I do not do commissions. You heard it here first, folks.
If you like my work, well, suck it because I don't sell.
Stop asking, please. Please, seriously. Stop.
There we go.
Me when people ask me to make MMD models, hey, there's this thing called YouTube. Go learn. I like doing nice things for people when it involves Miku Miku dance, but when it's asking for models or to make a motion or something, I'm like,
nah, bruh.
I will be selling a lot of my cosplay in the near future because I do have to move countries, and because I'm gonna move countries, I cannot take all of them. But I think the shipping rates to other countries are too insane for me to offer them outside of Colombia. If anyone wants to pay like $60 only for like this thing, only for the shipping of this thing, let me know.
I mean, Yaban, what costumes you offering? I have money.
And
rupees. I have rupees.
It's always funny. Every once in a while in the server, the subject of how high people is comes. And every time there is someone like, oh, I am actually 6 feet tall, and everybody's like, what?
What?
It's not me. Not me. I am 5'3", I think.
I'm probably like 5'8", 5'9"-ish.
But yeah, some other sizes. I will be selling most of my costumes. I think. I mean, I am too attached to Link. But I
say, I'm like probably not Link.
I don't think. Oh, you see, Josh is
6'1". Whoa!
Oh
my
man.
mate.
You want to donate some height to me? I'm too short. Come on.
How tall are you, Sammy?
I'm like 5'2" or something. Last
For
time I
example,
measured.
this kind of friend, I really can't take it to Germany with me. I don't know how it's too big. And I don't think people in the plane will appreciate me going like, hello.
Wear it to
maybe
the airport.
Yeah, the wig is too big.
Please keep your bags, arms, and skeletons with you at all times.
Exactly, yeah.
Sammy,
Be sure to keep track of Yaban cosplays, social media for when those go up for sale.
Yeah, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. But yeah, I will be selling some of them. It will be a whole new stage for me because I don't really think it will be very easy to do cosplay, at least for the first 6 months in Germany. So I will be just like kind of living from old material. But people in Germany, if you want photography services, I can do that. I do photo shoots. And I am always happy to do photo shoots and photo editions for photos that you took in your house or with someone else, but you don't know how to process correctly. Same with videos. I can add effects. I can do post-production. Right. So, and again, you already saw all the commercials of the previous section, which was a lot thanks to Ron, because Ron has always a lot to offer.
Ron.
We stand Ron in this Discord server.
We do.
I love how people is telling me in the chat that I should wear a Barbarian Link's helmet in the plane.
Totally should.
Do it.
And everybody's saying that everybody's small like me. I don't feel alone anymore in the world.
Me, who's 5'1".
Sami, you did a plushie of Cloud from Final Fantasy?
I did. I don't have any pictures of it to show right now.
It was so good.
His hair was a struggle to get to look any kind of right.
Cloud. But as for other like potential commercials, I think all of us, you can see our social handles all around and stuff. I do have a YouTube channel, and I do have an unboxing of my Ravio on there. My little friend, my little buddy, where I talk about the project in detail. Check that out if you'd like. It's a thing.
Yes, that I really like your YouTube videos because it's not like an absolutely an length tutorial step by step, but it gives you a good idea of how the thought process went, and that's very helpful and it's very entertaining as well. And I always love all your amiibos, just like you have them right there with you at the moment.
Beautifully displayed.
They also appear frequently in your YouTube channel, and I appreciate that.
My Zelda collection likes to make appearances. I do a lot of Zelda content whenever I can. But I do show the process of actually using Ron's pattern for my Ravio helmet. I go full into detail because I made it differently than the way Ron made theirs. Theirs is made like an armor piece of EVA foam. Mine uses an EVA foam base, but I fabric covered it. So different method for similar result.
Yeah. You know, the method that you use is similar to how I made my piranha plant. So
yeah.
Whoa.
Uh-oh.
Everybody, piranha plant is a cosplay I made for the World Cosplay Summit 2019. And at the beginning I wanted to prime and seal like Ron does, but it was too hard. So I said, like, you know what, stretch fabric for the win, and that's how it was made. I had to undo it completely recently, which was a shame because it was a very fun cosplay, although very difficult to use. Not like that helmet. Look at how natural it looks. It's so.
For both of my masks, this one was like just a regular mask base. Melania, I just literally cut the shape out of cardboard and then just kind of mashed newspaper on top until it was kind of domed a bit. And yeah, I like it works for me very well, you know.
Yeah, it looks really well, and I mean it's some of like there are cosplayers who like masks a lot and others that prefer to always have like visible face. And the mix of both.
Sammy's just like, masks, you say?
Yeah.
Masks.
Yeah.
I definitely prefer masks because I don't really know how to do makeup and I just have a lot of like just face insecurity. So it's just like, just put a mask over it.
Problem solved.
Yeah.
My
mask babies.
I mean, for someone who is called Happy Mask Collector on social media, I don't have enough masks. The only mask that I have frequently used is my little all night mask.
It's time to join the cult.
When you cosplay from Zelda, you run into masks a few times. This is basically like the moral of this story.
Yes. Yeah. Especially when your favorite game is Majora's Mask. Like, I don't know what did I pick. But I do want to make more of them. I would like to have the Happy Mask Salesman cosplay at some point. And that would be like many masks, really nice. And also one of my next tattoos would be masks from Majora's Mask. And from one of the Chinese novels that I read that also has a lot to do with masks and have some very nice intersections. Right, so I had mentioned before that we currently are not working in any current huge project, although we do have the idea of making a small initiative for summer cosplays or pool party cosplays. Which reminds me, and this is something that you will have to look on TikTok because we really can't just plug it right now. It didn't occur to me before. But in between these big projects, the cosplayers of the server who have TikTok accounts also engage in smaller projects that sometimes grow and become very funny. One of the ones that I think was the most successful was Othervio's idea. So Othervio, you have seen them in both the Halloween and the Christmas videos as Dark Link or the Interloper. So there was this weird dance in TikTok that I don't even know how to describe it.
No.
But this was this viral dance of people like flailing like fish, basically. And I don't know what possessed Othervio to record that with Twilight Princess Link with like the meme shades, like the deal with it shades, I think, or like
the best ones.
And people started to just do this, and more people from the server found and made chains out of this until I collected all of this together and managed to make a collage of, I think, 9 different Zelda cosplayers from the server dancing this meme at the same time.
I also want to give a shout out to Meg, who started like a series of like almost like tavern role plays too, because those are really impressive.
Oh right, yeah.
I need to jump in on those so badly because I have characters that would be really good for those, but like prompts and stuff like that, and it's like, oh, you don't know what to film for TikTok? Well, here's the perfect thing. If you're anything from Zelda, genius.
She puts the Malin plushie in like all of them. And it's just kind of, she's always holding it. And I'm like, oh, look, my thing.
I'm in the cover. Yeah, so it's, and there is a lot of people who will say like, hey, I recorded this, it's open for duets. Here is the link if you want to do it. Or people who ask for sounds. So if you're active on TikTok and you would like to get a bit more on like Zelda talk and make little projects in cosplay with other creators, the server is a great place for that because we do share a lot. It may have been a bit inactive in the last month or two because this year has been crazy, but it's still there, and also of course it serves to promote. So we follow each other normally, and if someone uploads something, it's very likely that the others will interact. So if you have been looking forward to grow your TikTok platform or just do new things with it because we're kind of stuck after the pandemic craze died and you don't know what else to do with that account, you can give a shout to Hyrule Hideout. Of course, you do not have to be part of the server to interact with the different creators in their other social media.
Oh yeah.
Very evidently, do not worry. Also, when we make big projects like the Halloween special or the Christmas special, we do not ask people for joining the server. Like, it's not a requirement. It's just very practical because it's fast communication. But you do not have to join the server or to stay in the server after the project is over in order to join one of our big events. We normally do the calls for people in our events through the social media of the participants because the Hyrule Hideout itself only has YouTube and Twitch. We do not have Instagram or anything like that. We have thought about it, but we haven't done it so far. Keywords, yeah. Eventually, especially if we want to do more with writing and fan art, I think at least that Twitter is in order. But one step at a time.
Yeah.
One step at a time. Right. I think if anyone from the chat has any question or anything that they want us to talk about, this is a good chance. We are all checking both the YouTube and the Twitch chats.
Oh, Hobbies says that.
So my English language is degrading.
Hobbies says that they want to do a Malomart video.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a whole thing, right? I don't know why we don't have one of those.
Why haven't we? Now we have to do it.
Now we have to.
Now we are. Thanks, Hobbies. Now we have to do it.
Now we have to do it. Thanks, Hobbies. I mean, it's one of those like it's a Zelda talk thing, not to have the Malomart dance.
I'll make sure to film one at the con next weekend.
I tried to record it once with a Zelda cosplayer that I just found randomly. And I think there was this infuriating problem of that it will go out of sync after you press like save. So even if you were completely sure you were in sync with the other dancer, it will look off afterwards, and it was so frustrating that I just said, like, you know what, bye. But if we're a lot, then it will be funny. Right, so Hobbies is gonna start it, that for sure, because Hobbies already has it in the draft. So Hobbies, when you post it in collabs, and then we will jump on it when we can. Ron asks, what is your favorite food? Who wants to answer that?
Oh, definitely. Anything Italian.
I agree.
Oh, that.
That one. Jesus. You just shovel them in your mouth, and then you're full for a while.
We don't have those in Canada.
Well,
now
that's your problem.
My family is so like directly set on like not getting any like fast food, like candy and stuff, like anytime, like they would always be like, you want this? Look at the nutrition facts. No, and they put it away. Like I never get to have anything good unless if it's either my birthday weekend or it's like Christmas, and that's it. I can't.
I've survived for 18 years off of Cheez-Its. If those things didn't exist, I wouldn't exist. Those single-handedly funded my entire growth.
It's such
for
a good
18
snack.
years.
We are not sponsored by Cheez-Its.
I am.
By Cheez-Its.
Not actually, but my life is sponsored.
My life is sponsored. Oh, Jesus.
Incredible.
Yeah, speaking of things that are not found in Colombia, recently people in another server were like raging over Reese. You know, these chocolate little things, Reese.
Reese?
Because of the song, like the Reese's Puff, blah, blah, blah.
Oh,
and they say,
Reese's
they
Cups.
are that one. So like, they are the best and whatnot. And I was like, I don't
They're
know.
pretty good.
They are not found in Colombia. And they said like, that's a tragedy, blah, blah. Fast forward 1 week to my birthday, which was recently, and a friend gave me Reese's Cups because they import them in a specific shops here, and it's like for this little package, like it's really this size of a package. It was almost $4 for US dollars. And I was like,
that's distressing.
I don't like
Yeah.
that's distressing
That's
in the US.
expensive.
Now remember that my currency is so cheap that if you hold it in your hand becomes cheap. I have one of the cheapest currencies in the world. And the monthly minimum wage full-time job is $200. So how are you telling me that these Reese's are $4 when an adult working full-time in a month makes $200? It's like, how is this so expensive? And I said, like, they better be worth it. Yeah, I think I couldn't buy them myself. They were a gift. But they are very good. Reese's Cups are really...
Joshua, you have Joshua's approval. He says that Reese's are the ultimate candy.
Hey, Josh. Hey, speaking about Josh, so this is a sponsor time for Josh. He again is the one behind all our tech, the one that made all of this possible. And you will see his like his not his social media, but his brand at the end of the stream. If you are in the need of someone who actually knows how to stream stuff, you can come with Josh. And thank you, Josh, because this has gone super smoothly and it has been really, really nice. Right. I think at this. Okay, Meg asks if you could choose only one song from any of the Zelda games to listen to for the rest of your life, which would it be?
Great sea theme, Wind Waker, overworld sea theme, all day, every day.
I would want. Oh no, I feel so awful. I can't remember his name. Cass's. Any of Cass's music.
Oh yeah,
I love Cass. Like I just
10 out of 10.
I share my response.
I need his music in my brain.
Hey, Diamond. You should make a cat cosplay. You can do that as a mask.
Do
It would be really
I
cool.
could. I've actually seen someone do a cast cosplay on TikTok, and I was just like, you.
Oh, we do have. Remember the cast in our anniversary video? Oh, that's
It was them, I think.
right. They were also featured in the Cosplay Real magazine.
Yes, they were.
I think.
They were
Yeah,
on the same page
absolutely.
as I was once.
Yay! Look at that.
Is it
Can
this
I share
one?
one of my favorite Legend of Zelda songs that I would
Are you gonna take out an ocarina?
Let's go.
Same thought.
that one? Listen to it all the time. And
Yay.
practice it way too often.
I think it
Same
will be the main theme of Triforce Heroes, or there's so much that are so good. But yeah, maybe the main theme of Triforce Heroes. It's really, really good. A close second is the Molduga theme from Breath of the Wild. Excellent, fantastic. Divine Beast Vana Bori también is really good. Oh, there's so much. They are excellent. The Dark Beast Ganon Midley has like 5 different motifs of like previous games. And it's just like this guy going against the piano with all his might, you know. It's very, very potent. I think, you know, Zelda music is such an important part of the games, and one of
It's very special. Kojai Kondo goes really hard on the music. Like the Ballad of the Goddess uses most of the same notes from Zelda's Lullaby. And then when you look at Zelda's Lullaby and Hilda's theme, they're like, if you were to look at it like a treble clef, like on music, flip it. That's Hilda's theme.
Yeah, it's very inventive. I learned that they will open a video game music category in the Grammys. So I hope Zelda smashes that very soon. It was 1 year too late for Hades, which has one of the best soundtracks video games that I have ever heard. And same for Doom Eternal, absolutely fantastic soundtrack.
But I like how Meg's comment just now. Annie just goes, "Hold my ocarina."
I saw you get up after
Okay,
the question was
Tira has
answered.
an important question. Tira has an important question. If you were isekai, transmigrate, reincarnated into the Zelda world, who would you want to be? Oh, that's
Not
a good
Link.
one.
Not Link.
Nope. Too much responsibility.
Do you want to be Flower Blight Ganon? Magda.
Yeah.
I would like to be the Happy Mask salesman. Surprising nobody, I guess.
I'd like to be
He's
Tetra.
very powerful, and he has a lot of really cool masks. So, and he travels freely between dimensions. So that sounds like a sweet deal to me. I mean, Skullkid is gonna hit me in the head at some point, but Link is gonna solve the issue, so it's no problem, you know. I could be the Happy Mask salesman. Yeah.
I wouldn't mind being Milan because I mean, like, she's not in direct conflict. She's like me. She's a daydreamer. I love her to death. Otherwise, I would have said Saria, but then also like I'm pretty sure she dies. So, because like the idea of being like a child forever and like living in a magical forest, I love it. But also I'm like, pretty sure she died. We're not. That's left up in the air for interpretation. I don't want that up. No.
Yeah.
I go with Ranch Girl.
I would definitely want to be Tetra. I know, such a big surprise. Oh my god, wow, I did not know she would say that. Oh my god, wow. But I have my reasons. One, I have her looks too. She's a lot like me, where it's like she's extremely just a go-getter, and like she can be more, it's like prove that you can be more than one thing. So it's like you can have like your dainty princessy side, and then you have your spunky, like just over the top funny pirate side, and I kind of have both of those. So basically I really like Tetra because like she just can be anyone and anything at any point, and it's and I love I love her character so much, and I can just travel the seas and rule over 7 pirates and be like, hey, I can't pick that piece of popcorn off the ground. Can you go throw it away for me? And they'll do it.
It's a vibe. I like that.
Yeah, it sounds like a
good
very
vibe.
skill. Good choice. good choice.
I'm gonna say Cask again because I'm just like he can play music. I love his music, so I would just get to play that music. So I would just get to hear it whenever I want. And he's a Rito, so he can just fly. That's pretty cool.
And he has children, but doesn't have to look after them.
Never in harm's way. He's just kind of hanging around, but he's never in harm's way.
Yeah. No, he's a
I was
vibe.
gonna say that too. He's like there, everyone loves him.
Yeah.
But he's just vibing. And
He's just having a great time living life and playing his little accordion. And I wish for a life that simple.
Again, I mean, he's got 5 kids, and he never looks after them.
He doesn't have to.
It's like not having them.
Yeah.
Like, mate, go back home. Your wife is like dying.
I got my little accordion.
Right.
And he
but
taught them music, and that's
regard-
also a vibe.
In regards of Saria dying, so if you could change the plot, like you get, and this is something that happens in some Chinese media. So you are transfigurated into a game, a novel, story, and because you already know the plot, you have certain agency into changing the plot. So if considering the fact that you can change the plot by taking decisions beforehand, for example, or alerting people of things that are going to happen, would you still not choose Saria? Do you think you could be Saria and prevent your own death?
So you see, the thing is, what you just said there, isn't that literally the ending of Ocarina of Time?
More or less, yeah.
He goes back in time and tells them, I would, except for like the fact that like for the plot after like with the 7 years like jump, the sage's deaths are necessary, unfortunately, for them to be like unlocked as the right. So it's just like, oh man.
Yeah, that's true. Like you're not gonna get promoted to sage if you don't die.
Yeah, so it's just kind of like, probably. But yeah, isn't that what Link does? He goes back in time and is like, hey, let's just lock up this guy so none of this happens, and then he saves them all. Isn't that how one of the timelines starts? Oh, let's not get on the timeline. Oh god.
Yeah, that's the child timeline. That's Majora's Mask and Twilight Princess.
Anyone wants to see a timeline fix? I made one, so you can go to my YouTube channel, check out that. Made a fashion timeline. It makes no sense. It's fun.
Oh no, it makes all the sense of the world. It makes all the sense.
I fixed the timeline with fashion.
The timeline of fashion. I mean,
a real Elwoods.
We know that the only way to approach the Zelda timeline is on crack.
Yeah.
like Brian David Gilbert or like the fashion timeline. Any other approach is bitter and therefore incorrect because Nintendo wants us to have fun and it's not fun to fight over the timeline. So again, if you want to join the Hyrule Hideout, look forward to never fight about the timeline because we find that stupid and we never complain about it. We joke about it.
The only the Hyrule Hideout timeline is just whatever Brian David Gilbert's timeline is at this point.
Yeah, it's just Zelda Monopoly, and that opens the multiverse of Zelda madness from Monopoly, and that's it.
I just saved your ass with Monopoly.
Take notes.
Now I have
Great,
to rewatch
Brian
that
David
video.
Gilbert, excellent comedian. Go and check his work as well. We don't know him; he's not sponsoring us, but he's great.
He should.
Right?
Him.
He should sponsor us.
But this kind of stuff is the kind of stuff you would find if you join Hyrule Hideout's Discord server.
Yeah.
Yes, please join if you want to be part of the Zelda community. Please join the server.
The community here
you
is
can
just
find
so
the
lovely.
link. I think the invite is open on Twitch. Like you can find it in link it on Twitch, and I do think it's also in our channel description in YouTube. If not, just maybe I will throw an invite or just reach to any of these ads that you see on screen, like on Instagram or whatever. Like, hey mate, I want to go into your Discord server. and you will be admitted. We're always happy to have people in the Hyrule Hideout. Again, it's a small community, and we always look forward to spend a good time. And there is no drama, has never been drama in this.
No drama.
Thing that we are very proud of. With that, I think it's time for us to say goodbye. Thank you very much to Linktober, to Joel, and Zelda Creator Con for this fantastic weekend. And I hope that what is left of the con is very enjoyable for everybody. As far as I understand, if you got tickets for the con, you have 2 weeks to check all the stalls and well, yeah, all the content that there is. The Linktober Zelda Creator Con Discord server is open the whole year round. So if you want to join the Discord server, it's also a possibility. There are streams and things going on in Discord, Twitch, and YouTube up until midnight today Pacific time, if I'm not mistaken. And a lot of offers if you like merchandising, if you like prints, if you like commissions as well. Many of the vendors of the 5 markets are having special discounts for the weekend. The Hyrule Hideout is in Mabe Village, if anyone wanted to know about that. So you can see more information about us there, and links to our things. I think it's even there is a link to the book there, but as I am not sure of that, I'm gonna paste the link of the download of the book again, just in case someone has not seen it.
It's free. Please go look at it. It will make us happy.
It's free. It's amazing. You'll love it. And also, like, go buy stuff from those amazing vendors. I know I've gotten some discounted items this weekend. I've gotten some really cool things. I'm really excited about getting them. So go support some of those creators. There's a lot of amazing people involved in this event.
Preach.
Yeah.
Yes.
Lovely. So with that, people from Twitch, people who are watching from Twitch, if I manage to do it easily, we are gonna be raiding the All Bearing channel because they are currently playing. And Emily is part M, who was in the first segment, was checking that. So just so you know, we're gonna be raiding them, so you can stick around for some nice D&D. And with that,
buy Ron's books.
Buy Ron's books.
Bye, Ron's books.
Bye, Ron's books.
Bye, everybody. Have a lovely rest of your day. And remember to get all the Zelda merch of the world. And let's see if this raid works. And in the meantime, bye.